All right, test, looking good. Wonderful. Let's get everybody in. Bingo. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Dante here. Good to be back with you. I am excited for today. It's Friday, and that means we get to hang out with the Russell Brunson. That's coming up in just a little while, an hour from now. Currently, it's 11:03 Eastern. Russell is going to hop on at 12 o'clock. We're going to have an expert session, and it is going to be fantastic. Lots to learn. Remember, gang, even if you're in the e-com track, you're focused on sales of physical products. Marketing is marketing is marketing is marketing. Rising tide raises all ships. So even if you are e-com, you are more than welcome to watch this session. You are more than welcome to learn from an absolute legend in the field of marketing, being Russell Brunson himself. As we all know, he's a man who needs no introduction. So I'm really excited for that at 12 o'clock. But we have an hour before there to make sure we smash all of our hurdles, get everybody rocking and rolling. So if you have a question, please make sure to just raise your hand like Robert, Tony, and Jacqueline have. At the very bottom of Zoom, there's a little heart. That heart, if you click it, a pop-up shows up, and there'll be a button that says raise hand. If you click that button, you'll raise your hand just like I did. Raising hands just lets me know that you have a question that you would like to ask, something you want to speak about. I go through the hands that are raised in the order that they're raised. So I'm going to start with Robert. But gang, if you have a question now, feel free to raise your hand. If a question comes up later on, feel free to raise your hand. And if you guys are experts and would like to speak to Russell, make sure to raise your hand somewhere around that 11:55 mark before everybody else comes in to see him so we can get your question answered today. So without further ado, let's have some fun, gang. Robert is first. How are we today, Robert?
We're fine. I need to share.
Beautiful. Let me get you set up. Bingo and bingo. Perfect. You're rocking and rolling, Robert. Go ahead.
Okay. So here is I'm working on the squeeze page.
Great.
As you can see, and this is it. A joy forever. The particular problem I'm having today is that it's not working well on the sorry.
It's okay.
Having trouble with I'm having trouble with and why don't I see a click over for showing you the mobile layout?
Oh, I believe, Robert, your screen is zoomed really far out. It looks like you're on a PC, not a Mac. There you go. Nice.
There we go. Okay.
I think that looks more like it. And look at you. Perfect. You got it.
Okay. Take my word for a minute that the mobile needs a lot of adjusting. And what I'm finding is that for example, I'm using a different hero up here.
Yes.
For the mobile, because this is too hard to read. And I'm trying to get a mobile only up here.
And you're having a hard time with that, right?
What's happening is when I was able to set this thing up before, but what's happened now is that when I click on the settings in the individual elements, I'm not seeing an option for visibility.
Interesting. Can you click that top image for me, please?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I actually see it. So it's at the very bottom, right there.
Yeah.
You put your mouse, yes, down on that bottom bar.
I've got to move him up a little bit.
Sure.
So if I told you that yesterday it wasn't there at all, can you possibly believe me? Okay,
I wish I could, but that's always there. What you probably had happen, Robert, was your screen was zoomed out a little bit, and it was just so hard for you to see.
maybe that's it, and that does it. Okay, let me leave that for a minute. I think you have fairy dust that you apply to us guys, to us guys without
It's always
telling.
got to work when I show up, right?
Yeah, that's right. Here, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Here, this is my obviously my hero up here with my calling, and
Which is you did amazing with, by the way. This looks fantastic.
thank you. It's a product of a lot of work. Um, what I'd like to do is use this throughout as a hero, almost on every page. But it
Mm.
is in the future or something smaller. I'm thinking, for example, that I'd like to use something like it on, for example, the thank you page.
Mm.
But I'm concerned about it. Do you have any view about that? I can hook up something else. I have a small version of her that I can carry over and maybe put uh, the text elsewhere. Um, I don't want to hold you got a short date or so. I don't want to use up too
No,
much
no,
time.
no. You're great, Robert. You're perfectly fine. I think if I understand your question correctly, you're really wondering, can you continue to use this exact same image throughout all the pages in your funnel?
Exactly.
You could, of course, technically speaking, you absolutely could, but I just don't know that you would want to. I could see you putting it on the thank you page, though. This is just an opt in funnel, it's 2 pages. And
Hmm.
I could see you putting this on the thank you page, Robert, for congruency. They opted in on one page and they go to your thank you page. This image is at the very top. And then on the thank you page, right below the image, it says, "Thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you so much for doing the thing." You definitely could do that in this case. In a sales funnel, we wouldn't use that same image over and over, but in this case, you absolutely could.
Okay, I've got it.
Awesome. Great job, Robert. Really great work.
Thank you. I'll let you
Absolutely.
go.
Bingo. He's perfect. All right. Great start. Let's roll over to Tony. Hey, Tony.
Morning, Dante. How are you?
Living the dream. How about yourself?
Doing good. Hey, I just a friendly reminder, you were going to send me some headlines, but I never did get them. You
Right.
had messaged me through Facebook.
Yes, it's so funny. Literally, I was literally looking at your Facebook message earlier about to do this, and then of course my Slack went off and else, but let me see if I can find this really quick. Let me see. 2 seconds.
Take your time.
Come on, internet. 2 more seconds, Tony. I think I have it.
It's all good, man.
Check one more spot. Okay, I think it's in my Dante eye. And Yes, it is going to be in him. Okay, Tony, I'm going to have to go into some archives for my robot here, but I do have that. I promise I'll send it to you right when I'm done today. I won't let anything else get in my way.
That'll be fine, man. Appreciate
Cool.
it. I'm going
Absolutely.
to share my screen with you if I can.
Sounds great.
So my question today is, I went in and I set up the two-step checkout,
Nice.
but I was trying to do the workflow with it and I was getting stuck there.
Uh-huh.
Oops, sorry. Went too far.
No, this is great. So you put your order form down. It's two-step. It's a digital product, so that all looks great. And here we go. Nice. Green envelope. You have your two workflows. We're going to have a confirmation and an abandoned cart. Is that correct?
Correct.
So what are your questions?
Well, I wasn't sure how to set it up. This, I guess, here. I guess I just don't understand the flow of it, how this is going to work. So I didn't know what trigger I should put in there.
Okay, cool. Can you zoom your screen in a little bit for me? My screen's just all the way across the room. It's hard for me to read.
Yeah, how do I do that?
Are you on a Mac or a PC?
PC.
That'll be Control and then the plus button, the plus icon. Just a little bit more, please. Okay, great. Thanks. I can see everything. So your event type is the most important thing, and your event type is page view. We don't quite want page view. That just means anytime somebody lands on the page. What we want to do is set up an actual abandoned cart trigger. So let's edit that trigger. Correct. Okay, event type. We're going to hit that. Sorry, you have to unlock your workflow. It's that red button just above. Beautiful. Now, your event type is going to be opt-in. Yes, bingo. On an order form, opt-in is filling out step 1, but not step 2. So you have an opt-in for abandoned carts. A purchase, that's if they fill out step 2 and make a purchase. Is that clear?
Yep.
Beautiful. Go ahead and save that change. Let's just re-look at the trigger. So the event type is when they opt in. And then we have to set up the funnel and the pages. So let's go back in to edit that trigger. It's your bottom one. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's go to your funnel dropdown. Yes. In which funnel? And on which page in that funnel? Yes. Bingo. Save that change. Now we have a perfect trigger. When they opt in this funnel on this page, then they get sent into the workflow.
Okay.
Does that make sense there?
It does. So I can just add my email in there, directing them whatever I want them to do.
That's exactly right.
Okay. I can close this?
You can. Yes.
Can we check the, let's see. I want to check the other.
Yep, you can. Just click your order form on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Lovely. Takes us right back to the builder and then green envelopes.
So then this is the other trigger if they do purchase.
Okay, so I see an event type of opt-in, and we don't want that. Our event types need to be purchase. So let's close this down for me actually for a second. Let me look at your other triggers, because at the bottom you do have successful purchase, but it looks like in a different funnel and on a different funnel page. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Tony?
Yep,
Are you understanding this?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, and that could be okay. Everybody's business runs a little different. Everybody has kind of different flows in their funnels. You may have 5 funnels that get people into this workflow to unlock that discovery session. So this is okay. You can have multiple funnels leading to one workflow. Just depends on the setup. Is that bottom trigger correct?
No.
No, it is not. Great. Then we can just remove it. Edit, or you can turn it off. You can either edit and delete, or you can just turn it off. Either one.
I'll delete it this way. I don't.
Cool. Delete trigger. Yes, you got it. Bingo. So now we have one trigger leading us in here, and the event type is not going to be right. So let's edit that workflow. Bingo. Our event type will be, I want you to drive.
So
yes, sir.
Purpose.
You're a genius. Now let's choose the proper funnel and funnel step.
Where'd it go? I don't see. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Maybe I'm not going low enough. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
This would be order form.
That's correct. And then the product, you can hit that. There it is, the product associated. You don't need to worry about variants. You don't have any of those. Allow anonymous contacts is on. That's great. Go ahead and save. Now we can see when an order is made in that funnel on that page, that sends them into this fulfillment workflow.
Okay, cool. So then I can just attach my emails.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Okay.
One thing I'm not seeing that I want to see, Tony, is tags in your workflows. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Do you know how to make tags?
I believe so. Right here, right? You want to put it after this? Well, I have this notify, but that's not what you're talking about.
No. So notify is a great step to have as well. This will notify you. You can have it send you texts. You can send you emails. Maybe you have reps that are going to start doing these for you. You can notify whoever when a new purchase is made, get them all set up. But we want to tag the contact itself so we can stay organized inside of our business. So hit that plus button for me. And we'll go down to our purple actions. Tag will be the top one there. Bingo. And this puts a tag on the actual contact profile itself. Right? They come in, they purchase. When they purchase, they give you their email. That generates the contact profile, and we want to tag them so that we can see who they are. This is the key to a laptop lifestyle and automations, gang. Because now maybe Tony, after a month of running this, maybe Tony wants to send out one broadcast to all the people who've abandoned their cart and give them one last shot. Maybe Tony wants to say, okay, for all these people who abandoned their cart and they didn't purchase, I've already sent them my fulfillment workflows to try to get them to go purchase the thing. But now I want to send one last broadcast and say, hey, just take the consultation session with me. Because maybe Tony wants to get them on the phone so he can upsell them into his higher ticket programs, right? Now, because we've tagged our customers properly, you can send broadcasts out easily without having to filter through contacts. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Bingo. So yeah, this would be in your purchase, I believe. We're in your purchase workflow.
Right.
So we would add the tag and then, yep, that's perfect. Okay. And to the right, our contacts tag, it would, I don't see any there. It would probably be like purchased dash or purchased underscore consultation, discovery session, whatever you called the product.
I just do that.
Yes, and as a binary, gang, don't ever don't click that yet, Tony. You have a space after yes. As a binary language, we never put spaces in our tags. Anytime you would put a space, you put an underscore. You always do this. That way you never have to worry about, oh, did I put a space? Did I not? It's always the same language. Now, click the blue bar, the actual yes, click that. Boom. Now the tag was actually made. Go ahead and create that step. Fantastic. This is what I want to see. Somebody purchases, they get added to the workflow. We tag them, we notify, we send the email, then delays, then the rest of the workflow.
So I need to put a tag on the opt out or abandon?
Absolutely, I would. Yep.
And
This would probably be abandon or abandoned cart.
underscore.
Yes, as a binary, underscores instead of spaces always. And then underscore product name, because which cart did they abandon? Right? This is why this is the key, gang. Tony has one product we're working on right now, but 6 months down the line, he'll have 3. A year down the line, he'll have 9. And if we just had a tag of abandoned cart, we wouldn't know quite what they abandoned. Where are they in my business's value ladder? So we just simply tag our contacts at each step, what they did or didn't do. Then we can automate our marketing to them.
Good to create.
Go ahead. Bingo. That's what I want to see.
So then I could just add email sequencing to these workflows, how many I want to do, correct?
That's 100% right. And these workflows just live on with your funnel. Somebody comes in tomorrow, they go through the workflow. Somebody comes in next year, they just go through the workflow. And you could be sending out monthly broadcasts to all these abandoned carts with special offers. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate it, man. You're always leading me on the right way.
Always a pleasure, Tony. Great work.
All right, thanks, bro.
Got it. All right, let's get over to Jacqueline. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Want to share?
Sure,
So
absolutely.
let's see.
Let's do it.
I think I started it. Let's see.
Not
Share.
yet. I don't see you quite yet.
Not yet. Okay. We'll do this one. Ooh. Okay. Actually, I don't want to do that one. I want to go back to funnels. Which I thought I had opened. It must be on another.
You're actually
Can
looking.
you see that?
Yes, I see. Excuse me. Yes, and I see your funnels. I can see that whole
Okay,
list
can
of
you
your
see?
funnels.
Okay. You're still looking. All right. I think I need to share a different screen.
What exactly are you trying to show me, Jacqueline?
I want you to look at this funnel and see if it is ready to go public. That's what I really want to do.
Cool. Great. We can do that.
So, okay. What are you seeing right now?
Well, I see you're on your ClickFunnels tab, but it's just a white screen right now.
Okay, that's not what I did the wrong thing. Let's see if I can figure out how to get back in here.
I can stop your share for you. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Now you can start again.
All right, we'll do it then. Here. Okay, you can see the funnel.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to change the screen. Can you see that? Thanks to saying yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I've got this in preview only. And I just wanted you to look at it and tell me, am I ready to go with this thing?
Okay, take me back up
Because
top. Yes.
all the way up.
Yeah, no, this is great. I can see everything. Yes. Okay, great. Click your button.
And I just need to I need to click, okay. Ready? Are you going to go anywhere? It's working on it. Order
There we go.
form.
Yep, it's working.
All right. Why is this dark? Okay, that's fine. You need to go back into the editing and figure out how to keep these two things pointing down and kind of straighten up this mess here because it's not quite lined up and doesn't look super.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
it actually it looks amazing. Just except that little bottom one. That's an easy fix for
This
you
one's-
though. Yes, yes. Aside from that, it looks fantastic, and your order form is propagating. You have payments AI set up properly. Your product is attached with the proper price point. You put a PayPal button on there. Great job, Jacqueline. We find PayPal increases conversions by around 30%. A lot of people like to pay with PayPal. So that was great. Everything looks beautiful so far.
Okay, so I'm doing this thing here, just kind of straighten that out.
Yep.
Now over here, I wanted to give them an option to pay in two payments of $260.
Mm.
How do I do that one? I'll ask that another day on Monday. But anyway, I want to figure.
I can give you the answer though, Jacqueline, so you can get started working on that. What you're going to do is you're going to create your payment plan as a separate product. And you will attach two products to this funnel. So they can just choose product A, which is pay in full, or they can choose product B, which is the payment plan. I want you to make this as a new product because it's a standalone product. And you know, when you make a product, you can choose, is it a one-time, a subscription, a payment plan? So make a standalone product, make it a payment plan, and then you're rocking and rolling.
Okay, and that sounds beautiful, but can we look at that right now? Because after we hang up, it's like math. I don't know what you said.
Yes, we definitely can, Jacqueline. Actually, exit the editor for me, please.
Don't get in here yet.
Yeah, not quite yet. You can go ahead and exit with
Where do you want me to go?
Your editor, which I think
You
we
want
just
me to go?
closed down. Yeah, click that. There we go. Okay, great. Let me move my stuff so I can actually draw properly. Hit that. Oops. Hit that little back arrow right there. Yes, perfect. Okay, now back one more time. That same little arrow.
Okay.
And let's go to your products tab.
Okay.
And all products. Okay, and let's create a product in the top right. Great. This is going to be a digital product, correct?
Yes.
Great. So we'll keep digital. Go ahead and give it the same name that you named your other product, but at the end, just put dash payment plan.
Oh, that's what I named it.
I think it is. It's kind of hard for me to read. My screens are far, but it looks the same. Beautiful. You can update a description later on, Jacqueline. Let's go ahead and create. Now, here's where the magic happens. Look at you. You're a genius. Payment plan. Now, what is the amount per payment? You said, I think, $260?
Uh-huh.
Lovely. And we'll charge customers every how many months do you want the billing to be? Do you want them to be billed the next month or 3 months out or 6 months out? You get to set that up.
Okay, let's see. They could skip a month.
Cool. So we'll charge customers every 2 months.
Just put a 2
That's
or every
correct.
2.
That's correct. Nope. We're going to charge customers every 2 months. And the answer to your question comes next with the amount of payments. There's only 2 payments. Or yeah, 2 payments. That's right. 2 payments. Bingo. Now you can set that price, Jacqueline.
Okay. Now they have an opportunity after 14 days to cancel. Do I need to put this as a product as a trial or no?
No, no, you do not have to.
Okay.
Bingo. Now I'll let you do this later on, Jacqueline, updating your descriptions, your cover images, all that good stuff. You know how to do that. Let's go attach this to the funnel. So back to your funnels tab, please, top left. And let's go to your funnel. Okay, and let's go down to your order form. There we are. Not the editor. We don't need to go in the editor quite yet. When it loads, we'll just exit top left. Great. Let's go back down to that order form page. And we're going to click the 3 dots right here.
Okay.
And now add products. Or sorry,
Let's see
this says manage products. Yep, 3 dots and then manage products right there. Bingo. Now we just have to add product.
Right. Oh, okay.
Let's choose that new payment plan product. It looks like that's the one, top left, the very first. Bingo, you now have both products on the funnel. They'll both show up on the order form and customers can choose what works for them.
Okay, so it's not going to show up right now, is it?
It will. It will. If you go to that tab, go ahead and click there. And then reload the browser. Yes, Jacqueline, genius.
Oh, I wish you were in my math class. Okay. Okay, I see.
Great.
But is this correct? 2 months, 2 total that's correct, huh? I got it. All
That's
right, they're gonna
correct.
pay one now and they can pay in another 2 months.
And you'll put that
Okay.
in your product description, Jacqueline. Feel free to use our AI when you make your product description itself. You'll probably want to have like one sentence that says pay $260 today and $260 2 months from now. Something just very simple that lets them know the schedule.
But that was on the page that we were on creating a new product, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct. On your products page.
Okay, wonderful. So that's the order page. Let's see, register this one. I'm going to change the font on that because I don't particularly care for it, but this is it here. Save my seat. So we want to see where that takes us.
Well, yeah, you have to put your info in, though. You have to put in your name and email.
Oh, okay. Right. Should I do that now or just not bother with it?
You can do it now if you want, but honestly, Jacqueline, I think you still, excuse me, I think you still have a little bit of editing to do. I saw some stuff. You have to fix up some stuff on some pages. Like for instance, this image right here, you can see there's a lot of blank space below the image. And this is our above the fold. This is our prime real estate. This is oceanfront property. We don't want blank space. We want to use and maximize every bit. So all you would want to do here is just make that image larger so it takes up the space and looks more appealing. You have some small edits that you're still going to do, Jacqueline. I think what I'd like for you to do is let's take the weekend and the rest of Friday here and let's finish up those edits. Let's finish all that. And then I can get with you on Monday and I'll show you how we can test the
Okay.
whole funnel and run through it.
Okay. All right. So that one, and then we did the order form, which is not the one we want to look at. And then we did this one. Just a
Nice.
visual to see if I
Great.
need to.
Okay, go to the very top, please. I love this. I think what I would put all the way up. So I see small text up here. I can't read what it says, but can you read it for me?
Okay. Your next step toward faith, clarity, and renewal starts here.
Okay, you can probably just remove that text completely. What I would like to see is a really big, large, bold headlines. And that headline would say, "Congrats, you're in." That's it. Because remember, customer journey, congruency. They just purchased, and after they purchase, they hit this page. We want to confirm and affirm the actions they just took. So a big, bold headline, "Congratulations, you're in." Then you can remove your in from right here. We don't need that anymore. That you can leave it exactly the same, but you just take that out. And now it'll just make customers understand everything. It'll reduce support requests, right? Congratulations, you're in.
Okay.
Your spot for the webinar, bingo. And then this is all perfect here.
Okay. So that's the only edit I need to really make.
That's right.
And then let's see what confirmation. What is this? This came as part of the funnel. This part here, summary taxes total. There's not going to be any taxes.
This is your order confirmation element, Jacqueline. All of this is what we call a dynamic element. You're not seeing anything here right now because you haven't actually made a purchase. So there's no information to display. There's no summary that you haven't made a purchase. So that's why nothing shows up here. When you do, what you purchase will show up. So they'll see a summary of what product they bought, any taxes that they paid. But this is perfect. This element just always works. So you have it in the right spot. It will be perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to save this for Monday because I saw some stuff when I clicked this that didn't make sense to me.
Sure.
So I don't want to take up any more time. Let somebody else have an opportunity.
Yeah, we can definitely we'll do all that on Monday, Jacqueline. Let's get these edits done and then we'll just hit the tech on Monday.
Okay, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. Great job. I can stop your screen share as well. I got you. Bingo.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, gang, I have to step away for just a quick moment. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We'll keep this train moving and grooving. All right, gang, here we go. Doug is going to be next. If you're available, Doug, let's give it a try.
Yeah, do you got me here?
Gotcha, Doug.
Just in the kitchen. Okay, so I'll figure out this tech later. So I'm using, I got on for, for a second yesterday with Jesse through I don't even know, through Zoom somehow. There were some meeting codes and passcodes and stuff like that. So I was able to get in. So, but right now it looks like so when you join Zoom on like the cell phone, is it just voice pretty much? And you can't get a screen, or am I just doing something wrong?
No, pretty much. When you I don't even know. I think you can share a screen from your cell phone, but
Yeah.
it's basically pointless. The screen
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so small.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what I'm using is, because I've had this totally frustrating. I have no more time and patience to put in with trying to figure out. I think I got a hardware problem, intermittently with my input, because I can hear you, but you can't hear me, obviously, and that's been kind
Right.
of 50-50, which is pretty distracting and frustrating. But anyway, so I'm gonna just use the and then I don't know how this worked, but I happen to have some code saved in my cell phone for the link, and I just hit it and it put me right into the OFA. So that was kind of amazing right there. That even worked. I don't even know where that came from, but so we're going, and if you can hear me fine, we'll just do this, and I'll be on my laptop, and I can see the screen. So I guess my question is more a strategy here for a second. And I know Charlie's doing his thing. He's doing very well. Basically, when I did my giveaway funnel, I had let's just call, because I had men and women. I had a problem with the pixel, and I had target audience on or something like that. So it was picking men. When I turned that off, that it was selecting women. So I ended up with about 200 women, and then a 7-day email sequence where I pushed to Facebook VIP group. Okay. And the take rate, according to like ChatGPT, between the women was about, I don't really, anyways, it averaged about 25%. And I think just the women alone were like, let's just call it 30%. So apparently that's pretty good, but it seemed pretty frustrating to me because I couldn't, I gave away the prize, long story short. And I posted that last night, and the winner was very excited, and she might end up being a moderator or an admin or something like that. She's out in Connecticut. So I'm having to order those now and send those off to her. And I think she's going to, I sent her the term and conditions, and she was okay with doing an unboxing video. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, as long as she didn't show her face and everything like that. And she's a player. She plays 4 hours a day. So I thought she was very deserving. But the problem is, so I have the public group, the public page, and then I've got the VIP group, and then of course I have Instagram. I haven't done TikTok yet, but the individual that I've been working with is a big Facebook group guy, and I didn't really want to swim against the stream, so to speak, and I pretty much, I know you recommend school, Charlie's in school, Trey recommends school, and just what I've done so far in the Facebook group, just to get it going, so I can get this giveaway and start collecting names there. It's now I got the people stuck there, and I just totally dislike the user interface. Is clunky. There's all the ads on the right bar. The featured. It's behind.
You're talking about Facebook interface.
Yeah, Facebook interface. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The slider bar is there. You can't get the About Us thing on the right side of the page. Yep. It's a mess. So I'm trying to figure out. I've been starting to coax people with like posts and links to the VIP group. And then part of the email sequence toward the end said, we're going to be doing something new towards school. But the other question, I guess this is kind of rambling, but so I have these about 53 people in, but when I'm going in there, in fact, let me see if I can share my screen here. Let's see here. Here, I don't know how to segment the people. See what happened when I first gave away the prize. Okay, the rule was you have to be in the VIP group. When you opt in, people miss that or whatever. They don't go in. So a woman came in after. So she basically went in and we generated with a prize wheel. The person helped me with this, and we picked a name, and we did that ahead of time, and we put the video in there. It was an avatar video. And this woman won. Well, she found out she won, and then she come in after the fact, and then did a join, and I approved that because I wasn't paying attention to the timeline. And then so somebody in the group pointed out, "Hey, she joined afterwards. That's not fair." So I had to disqualify her, and she was like really snarky about it. I won't tell you what she said, but she's really snarky about it. So I had to redraw the prize. So I'm just wondering how to tag these people. And the other thing about the interface, if I go up here to see, here's my page. If I go up here to members, okay, there's 55. But what happens is this is so hard to do. There's it starts recently joined, new to the group, but this might be helpful to other people because it's just really new to the group, and all the joins, I guess, are legitimate. So I was trying to figure out how to pick out the people that were actually joined, so I could tag them somehow in my ClickFunnels account, so I could target them, or what have you, and separate them from the 50 from the 200, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
this is not accurate because there's some that are invited. There's some that say, oh, joined about a week ago. I mean, I won't scroll through all this, but there's some that say, if you're familiar with Facebook, I know it's not totally your thing with ads and stuff, but it will say joined or invited. But when you go in and I take that name from right here and I go and look for it in my contacts, here, they won't be here. You see.
Why? So that just depends on what name they gave you when they opted in. They might have given you a fake first name.
Yeah, that could be, but I've noticed pretty much that when people go from, get into the VIP group, somehow it seems to be the exact same name and wording that they used in the opt-in funnel.
Yes.
It seems to be tied together, so that seems pretty accurate. But I do screen the VIP the request. The good thing about Facebook is, and there's time to do that now until I have moderators. But I would prefer to have 300 people that are engaged than 2,000 people that are in the page that don't interact. So I'm trying to from the get-go, I'm trying to just filter people out, make it as tight as group as possible, and I don't want to kill my open rates and things like that for people that aren't interested. So this is another reason for the interface. So how do I tag these people? Am I going to have to? I can't do it through ClickFunnels. So, but what I say about Facebook is it's good because I can screen people, and there are a lot of people that come into the contest that are just contest winners. And when you go on their Facebook page for anybody that's doing a giveaway, you can screen them, and their feed will be just filled with giveaways, right? So so I would just decline and ban them from the group, or they had made a post in 2 years or something like that. Those aren't people that are going to engage in anything. So, but how can I separate that? Am I going to have to just, at the time when I approve them, then I'm going to have to go on ClickFunnels and just add the tag manually one at a time right now? I guess that's kind of what this is all coming to.
Yes.
Okay. And doing it retroactively is going to be kind of time consuming to go and try to pick this out of this big mess of this list here, because I can go down here. I'm going. I mean, there's more than 55 people here, but it says everybody's joined. It just goes on forever.
Right.
But everyone's joined, but they're not in the group.
Right. This is just Facebook. This is how Facebook works. So what's your question on all this, Doug?
What is the best way to, I guess that's it, just tag them like that, and then going forward, do I start pushing them now into school? Because I have
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. You change your email call to actions. You change your thank you page. Don't even worry about talking about this Facebook page. Everything now just pushes to school. You go to this Facebook page and you're going to make posts for like a week or maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
And you're going to talk about how, hey, this group is going to go inactive. Yeah. This is just going to find more pickleball enthusiasts. The real action happens in our private VIP group.
Okay.
And then you can leave this group up if you want. So you have something on Facebook. People might join in, push them over to your school. But you're going to transition this to school 100%.
Yeah. And when people transition over to school, then I would just deactivate them here. So, or just leave them there for the looks for
just leave them for looks 100%.
Yeah, so that the stragglers find me a different way, then I can coach them over to school as well.
There it is, Doug.
Okay.
Yep.
Because on my pre-register, I have another funnel that my old giveaway redirects to. We did a redirect, and it goes to a pre-registration page for the next giveaway. People can pre-register, and in that thank you page, I do have a link to join the school group. So,
bingo.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. I know there was more to it than that, but that's all I can think of right now. So, it's kind of slowly but surely. Oh, the last thing. There was a woman that invited a bunch of her friends, okay? And they were on there. I didn't know. I looked at their profiles. I sent them a message. All of them, there's like 6 or 7 of them. I thought that was really good. They invited, none of them joined. None of them were responsive on Messenger. I sent them a message about the group and stuff, and I asked them if they played pickleball and things like that. So, those invites, how do those play into the group? Because if they were to join, okay, then they're a member in the group, and then that, whether the good, bad, or indifferent, whether they're engaged or not, they're a member in the group. That makes the numbers look better, of course. But I don't have their email. This is the thing, I guess. I don't have their email address, so I can't market to them through a click fund through a broadcast. But the flip side of it is, if they're active and they're a participant, they could provide comments, they could provide hopefully value to the community. But so I'm kind of stuck, but between those two, if I should just decline them as the invites, or what's the purpose of invites if you can't really,
No, you're not going to decline. You're going to have a school, and now they're going to send the invite to their friends to send them to the actual school community. And inside the school community, you could tell people to register for your next giveaways if you wanted to do that. You could just have like, hey, I know you guys are already in school, but we're doing another giveaway. And if you'd love to win, go register here. Send them to the funnel where they give you the name and email, and you tag them properly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. So basically, everybody that gets invited, there's no way to automate that. So like if this person, call her Sherry, she invited 6 of her friends, and I'm looking at them in the Facebook group. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I decline them right there because for whatever reasons. But let's say of the 10 that she shares invite for my group, I like 5 of them. So then I again manually need to go in and send them a Facebook Messenger thing with the link, the pre-registration funnel where they can opt in with their email address and then go to the school group. Is that going to be? It's got to have to be done like that. What's the best way to kind of try to get them?
Just send them to school. If anybody ever wants to invite friends, they should just share the school link and invite their friends that way. Yeah, you're phasing Facebook out. This is going to be like, this is out of everything, and you can tell those people, right? You can pin it to the top, and you say, hey, if you want to share the group, share this URL.
Okay.
It all pushes to school. Then inside school, that's where they can go register for new future giveaways. Do the whole thing.
Okay, so if I know someone's going to share because we're having a conversation, then that would be the point to give that person who's going to share the link, and then they can, when they invite their friends, because I don't do a lot of invites, then they can post the link on. Do they post they would post that link on when somebody shares to their friends? How does that work now? Do they just pull out of their list and they just invite a couple people and then they would post the link? So I can explain it to people too that might not know. Then they would give them the link that I give them to their friends.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then they share however they want. They can send it in a text message, an email. They can do whatever. Okay.
I'm just not familiar with the process. Okay, I guess I'll just kind of just do that. That would be easier than them inviting them, and then I got to go individually and give each one of those person a link. Oh my gosh, that's going to be
100%.
Okay, all right, man. Thanks. That's what I got.
Awesome, great stuff, Doug.
All right, thank you.
All right, gang, it is 11:56. Russell is going to be here shortly, but we still have some time. So let's hop over to the Brand Alchemist. Great to see you. How can I help today?
Hi, Dante. My name is Taylor. First of all, you have contagious energy. I love it. I love it. Yes.
Thank you.
And you have truly the best set I've seen on anyone's backdrop. So
thank you. I'll make sure to pass that over to producer Chad. He's going to love to hear that.
I created my funnel, ran an ad, and then we realized after 24 hours that it was going into this big vortex hole. And so I've been working with Chris and a couple people with support. And now I'd like to find out if I'm actually ready to go before I throw some more money into this.
Awesome. Let's take a look.
So as you can see, we had 92 people come in, but no conversions because we realized there was a massive hole. And so let me pull it up here. All right. Do you want me to be in the preview? Is that easier?
No, this is fine. I like it in the editor. Okay, keep going. And submit.
This was the big hole, and now we got that fixed.
Yeah, so your button was probably set to go to next step in funnel.
Right.
Right, so we didn't collect the actual leads.
Right. So now we tested that. That works.
Great.
So that's set up. And then I had 2 buttons in there. So we took the bottom button out.
Great. Funnels
Now
are
there's-
one track, one action minds. Love that.
right? So that's set. And then let's see. The next page is the thank you page after they register. There's a video that loads just a thank you and what they're going to get if they.
Ooh, Taylor, I'd love for you to do the same thing I was sharing earlier with Jacqueline. I want to see a big headline going. Let me get my tool. I want to see a big headline going across the top.
Okay.
Thanks, you're in. Right? Something like that. You have it down here, but it's in small text. And we want congruency, right? We want simple things people can see. They just opted in, and as soon as that page loads, I have a big bold headline that confirms and affirms what they did. Thanks for registering. Thanks for joining. Something like that.
Okay. I'll
Great.
do that. I did do a video which I can take out, but it's a self-loading video that says thank you, what they're going to get if they stay till the end of the webinar. So that's there. And then I have a one-time offer while they're here to get all the PDFs I've created over the last 10 years to help brands get clarity. Got it there, and we tested this. It works. I'm going to add the PayPal because after you said that today, I didn't think about that, but I want that. I want to grab that extra 30%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And now I'm noticing your button is going to take them to another funnel, correct? I can see that because of the black text at the bottom of your button. I think that says HTTPS and then a URL.
Right. It takes them to my website that has the shopping cart for that PDF.
Ooh. Maybe let me offer an alternative idea to this. See, one of the chief roles of a marketer is to remove the steps necessary in the process for the customer to get the outcome. So what I would suggest you do here, Taylor, is turn that button to open the pop-up. See, ClickFunnels is dynamic, so we can make any page do anything. Although this is a thank you page, thanking what they've already done. What we can do is we can turn this into an order form. We can put an order form in the pop-up and add products to this page right here so that when they click this button, instead of sending them to a website or anywhere else that they have to go do other things, we can just have a pop-up show up right here where they fill in the order form and buy the thing.
Okay. So do I change this part then?
Yes, you would change the button action to open pop-up. There it is right there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I did load the product in the funnel, so then I can just link it to that. The product.
Yes. Let me show you at the very top. My screen's across the room, so it's hard to see, but I think that might be your pop-up button. One of those at the top. No, that's your layout. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Maybe that is pop-up. Great. Show the pop-up. Click your plus button really quick. Add a blank section. Add a one-column row, add a headline, and then go to your search up top and type check. You don't even have to go scroll for it. We're looking for a checkout. Bingo, checkout element, this one right here. Now we're marketers, Taylor. Now we removed the steps necessary in the process. Right here on this thank you page, I put the order form in the pop-up. They click the button, pop-up shows up, bingo, they purchase. Now right here in this funnel, you can go add OTOs. So after they purchase here, take them to the upsell. Hey, while you got it, do you want this thing? And then we can end this in a confirmation. So it goes opt-in straight to purchase. Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have sweaty palms. It's so good.
Good. A chief goal of a marketer, gang, is to remove the steps necessary in the process for the customers to receive the outcome.
Right? We're not poodles. We're not trained to jump through hoops.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, thank you. And I hit save. All right.
Yes. Go ahead and save those changes. Cool. Taylor, it's 12 o'clock. We're going to get started with the Russell Brunson show, but stick around. I'll have some time at the end to answer any follow-up questions on this. Sound good?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bingo. And here we go. I see him right there. Now I'm juiced up. Russell's here. Good morning, Russell.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
That was fun watching you like build funnels like by saying where to click and like I was so excited. Anyway, that was fun.
It's easy to get fired up when we change the world every day.
It's so awesome.
Cool, man. So we have kids starting school this week. Do you guys have that in Boise?
Not this week, but we're close. Actually, a week from Monday, I'm driving my firstborn daughter to college, so I'm emotionally struggling with that. I'm going from having 5 kids at home to after next Monday we'll have 3 kids at home, or sorry, 2 kids at home. So my whole
Wow.
life's being rocked, like everything's shifting. So you guys think I got a lot done prior. Now that I have no kids at home, imagine what we'll get done every day. Just kidding. Yeah. So we
Awesome.
have another week or so. So you guys are starting though this week though, huh?
Yeah, we started on Friday, August 1, but yeah, it's just crazy watching everybody do that whole thing.
Yeah.
But man, it's good to have you here. Let's change some experts' lives. Gang, if you guys have any questions for Russell, anything about the expert track of the One Funnel Away Challenge, and I know we invited some prime movers in here today. Great to see you guys as always. So in OFA or prime mover, Russell is teaching one-to-many presentations, webinars, one-to-many, dramatic demonstrations, whatever it is. If you guys have questions on that, feel free to raise your hand. At the bottom of Zoom is a little heart. If you click that heart, a pop-up shows up, and then you'll see a button that says raise hand. If you click that button, you'll raise your hand just like I did, and that just lets us know that you have a question. So if you have a question you'd like to speak with Russell, feel free to raise your hand, and we're going to get started right into it. Nancy is first. Hey, Nancy.
How's it going?
Oh, you're still muted. I got my magic button that should make it easy.
Hi.
Hey, Nancy, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing so good.
Well, congratulations on your daughter. I'm sure that's really emotional.
It's like the saddest thing that's happening, but it's also like so fun to see her do the next thing. So it's like,
Aw.
anyway.
My oldest is 17, so I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, you're close though. Dang.
Yeah, we're getting close. I have a question. I'm running a 3-day boot camp. It's a free boot camp and with a paid upgrade for $49.
Yep.
And I'm pitching my course, which is probably going to be around $400 or $500, which I know that's like really low ticket in the marketing world, but it's like one of the highest priced things in my niche, which is crafting.
Okay.
And so I know that the price tag is going to be a bit of a shock. So I'm trying to figure out when, because it's like a webinar over the course of 3 days, kind of, but I'm also teaching them some skills that are going to hopefully break down the barriers of the fear of being able to learn the software that I'm teaching them, which is Inkscape. So to make my question concise, I'm trying to figure out when in the 3 days do I start the pitch and when do I close cart?
Cool. And then are you teaching the craft like as a business, or just craft to be crafters, or what's the end result that they're
Most of them are just crafters. Some of them might be interested in business, but most of them just want to learn for their own hobby.
they want to do it? Gotcha. Have you ever sold anything for $500 to these guys yet?
I sold my course for the first time in February and it was a little bit lower. I think it was $397 or $297, I can't remember. And I had like 27 students.
Uh-huh.
And most of them were like, oh, this is too expensive, you know. And there are other courses that are comparable that are dirt cheap. And so like 197. And so I know you say there's no advantage to being the second most
lowest price leader.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, great question. So a couple thoughts for you. So the first one is like, so we do a lot of 3-day events. In fact, if you look like our selling online events, a 3-day event. Is yours a challenge like short form or is it long form, or how long each day are you spending with the
It's probably like 2 hours, like 1 to 2 hours, which is kind of long for
No, it's great.
these hobbyists.
So one thing that we do, because like a lot of times, especially when you're introducing a newer price point to a market, there's like the sticker shock. The first thing I would look at is like, how can you do, I learned this from Myron Golden, he calls it a price marinade, where you drop a price that's a big sticker shock early with like, "Ugh," and then it marinates over time. And then eventually when you do sell something, they're like, oh, that's not a big deal. So for example, when you see Myron do it his, like if you look at his 3 events, the very first day he'll talk about, oh, my mastermind, I charge $250,000. And he'll write it on the board like $250,000. And everyone's like, oh, sticker shock. And like, wow, I wish I could afford that. But then they can't. But then over the next like couple hours and the next day or so, they're like trying to figure out like, oh, how could what would it look like? You know, they're trying to rationalize it. And then you come back with $1,000 offer or $500 offer. Then it's like, oh, that seems really inexpensive. If you look at my selling online event, day number 1, I pitch $1 million offer. Day number 2, I talk about a $100,000 offer. And then when I actually sell them, I'm only selling a $10,000 offer. So 10,000 seems less expensive because because they've been hearing about these other things. You know what I mean? So I would look at like, how do you introduce a price marinade early where it's like, hey, you got, it could be as simple as like, excited to be working there for the next 3 days. Like typically, I do have an offer where people actually come out to my house and we do this together and it's a $10,000 weekend. And it's really, really, something like that where it's like, it frames the value of it and it's a price merit. Tony Robbins, by the way, does. If you go to UPW, Tony Robbins will drop this probably 50 times before he sells something about, I've got a private client, his name's Paul Tudor Jones. He pays me $1 million a year for coaching. I do one call with him every single month. Like you hear them say that all, because that's Tony's price marinade, that his time is worth $1 million an hour or whatever, right? Because he's price marinating that. And then he sells mastery for whatever it seems really inexpensive. So that'd be the first thing I'd be trying to do is in introducing a higher ticket price, even if you're never going to sell it or whatever, just so that there's the contrast between that and then like the value what you're actually selling. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing.
I don't have anything that I offer that's that much. So do I create something real quick or like?
Yeah, have them come to your house. This is
Can I give an example, Russell?
Yeah, for sure.
I did this back in the day. I was teaching people how to fish and become competitive fishermen and have actual success in the game. So I made a high ticket offer that people ended up wanting to do, which was really scary. But anyway, what I did was I said, hey, if you pay me $10,000, I will fly out to your house for a weekend. I'll set up all the electronics on your boat. I will make you a custom setup with all the rods, rears, line, and tackle that you need for the lakes that you are going to target and compete against your people on. I will look at the maps and all the topographical maps of your lake, and I will find all the best spots for you at all the different types of seasons of the year. I will be your guy for $10,000.
That is
so you could do something very similar to that.
Someone should wire Dante some money and take that deal quick before he
I know.
That's a really good offer. Yeah.
I just do what Russell says.
And to like add to that, I remember when I first got started in this game, one of my very first mentors is a guy named Matt Fury, and I joined his I think it was $10,000 mastermind. I was freaked out. And I did it was all through teleseminars. I remember jumping on the first coaching call, and he was and the first guy got up there and explained his business, and the guy was like a weightlifting guy, and he had books and he had a course and stuff like that. And Matt, I remember told him, he's like, you know what you should do? You should charge people $5,000 and they come to your house and they can work out in your gym with you. And the guy was like, okay, I'll try it. And then he hung up. And then the next person got on. And that person was like an artist, and they're asking how to grow the business. And Matt's like, you know what you should do? You should charge people like $5,000 and they come to your house and you paint with them. And the person's like, okay, I'll try that. And the third person came on, and I can't remember the thing, but what market, but it was the exact same thing. Matt's like, you should charge a $5,000 thing. People come to your house and do the thing with you. And so I remember got that. So that night I literally emailed my list. I'm like, hey, I got it. I'm like, I'm going to do a thing in my house for $5,000. You could come and I'm going to show you how to like set up your whatever. And I got 2 people that bought from it, And so it can be as simple as that of just like, hey, I'm working on a thing right now where people pay $5,000 to come to my house. We craft together for a weekend. It's really cool. And this is like a mini version. So I wanted to, so like, you're not even saying you've sold in the past, but like, this is the thing that you're doing. You're working on. This is what the price looks like. But this is going to be a mini version for you guys, so you can get, you can get started on the path. And any of you guys who may be interested, just let us know at the end. You can come. But for all you guys, this is a free thing. It's going to be awesome. And that could be the simplicity of the price marinade. So that's the first thing. Second question then is like you asked about like it was the structure. Like where do you pitch and how was that the second part of the question?
Like when do I pitch and when do I close? Basically.
Awesome. Yeah. So traditional. And did you say it's free and you have a VIP?
Yeah.
So what's the price of the VIP?
$49.
Okay, cool. So the way we do it then, so obviously some registers, VIP $49, and then so the event happens. So day number 1, what we typically do, day number 1 is like is mostly content based, right? And then at the end of day number 1, we repitch VIP. Usually get about a third of our VIPers come at the end of day 1 when we're repitching them back into whatever. I don't know if your VIP is like a secondary call or something afterwards, but typically that's what we do.
I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah, that's what we do ours. Like we'll do like the 90 minutes is the free thing. And then I'm like, all right, for VIPs, we're getting started in 10 minutes. This is what we're gonna do now for VIPs. If you're not a VIP yet, go sign up right now. You got 10 minutes. And we get a huge flow of people to come in from the live thing, right? So that's the first part. A lot of times the VIP at that point, I'll be like, and you also get the replays, because then like they're halfway through day 1. They're like, I wish I had the replays. And a lot of times they become VIP just to get the replays.
Yeah, that's the main offering is the replays, but I'm considering adding like a Q&A.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what we usually do. So, okay, then day number 2 then is all about positioning to then do the sell. So day number 2, the sell happens and you push. And then day number 3, you do a repitch. So, are you familiar with what a repitch is?
I'm assuming pitching again.
Yes, but it's a different type of pitch. So typically on day number two is where is more so like the perfect webinar. Like day number two, I'm doing like more of a full-blown perfect webinar. I'm going through all the things. There's a stack, there's a close. It's like that, right? The repitch is less is less like restacking all the stuff, right? Like the people that buy from like, oh, here's all the cool stuff, and the emotional buyers, like they buy right then. The next day is like where you're going for your logical buyers. And so usually then it's less of like me trying to stack value and emotionally get something more. It's like a logical argument I'm having. So it's like, hey, you guys know you can do this on your own, but logically, if you know, and so it's like a more of a logical close. Or like for me, I'm trying to like justify the price. Like some of you guys last night messages, they want to give it $500 seems like a lot of money. So let me explain to you guys the alternatives, right? Like the alternatives are you could try the different paths and how it ends up being more than $500. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to logically
Yeah.
justify it. And then typically also in a repitch, there's like a heart close where it's just like, this is why I created, and this is, we're trying to connect with somebody as well there. And so it's not going back through the stack and the close. It's just like speaking to logic, heart close, and then pushing it back to the order form. And that's kind of the extent of it. And so that's kind of how we structure
That's
the
good.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a story in mind where I want to tell them how I've like started learning guitar like 100 times, and every single time that I have to start, I have to like relearn the same stuff over and over again. So just kind of trying to encourage them on momentum.
Yeah. I love that. That'd be really cool for the logical. Are you playing guitar now? Are you good
No.
now? You know,
So
be awesome. This would be
it's coming
awesome.
from a point of shame.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine this, like the emails to get people on day number 3. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be performing a private concert for you guys. Make sure you show up on time, and then come out with your guitar and talk about it, and then start playing and just be horrible. And you guys, I can't play guitar. Let me tell you why. And then like, wouldn't that be such a cool thing that I hope to get somebody on? Like, she's doing a private concert for us, and then you have that story that kind of wraps in. Would
Oh
be
my gosh, my
insanely
sad,
cool.
sappy story. It'll be like, I love it.
That'd be so fun.
That would make a great ad, actually. You might
Oh,
see
for
me
sure.
on my Facebook ads.
I have to just say that's marketing gold you just got. That is gold.
That's awesome. Yes. I love it.
That makes
Okay,
it fun.
I'm gonna let somebody else ask a question. Thank you so much, Russell. I really appreciate it.
No worry. Good luck, Nancy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I love
So
that.
good.
Hey, let's hop over to Kimberly. How can we help, Kimberly?
Hey there, good morning.
Morning.
It's nice to meet you, Russell.
You too.
So I'm new to this whole thing, and I'm an expert in Kundalini yoga. My niche is working with perimenopause or menopausal women, as well as women who have challenges with fertility.
Cool.
And I did the stats on it, and it's like 1.1 billion women with those perimenopausal or menopausal symptoms that are now just kind of coming to light, which I kind of love Instagram for, because no one really ever talked about that stuff. And then I do the fertility challenge because I had my own challenges with that. And I think that that's a really challenging time for a couple's life. And Kundalini yoga has been scientifically proven to help reduce anxiety and reduce, the internal systems that take place during these kind of tumultuous times in someone's life, right? So I, for fertility, the record is 6.1 million people, but I personally think there's like a whole bunch of people that are undocumented, right? Because a lot of people have a lot of feelings around that. So I think there's more out there that could be helped with it. And what I just did, and I launched with Dante, who's amazing, is I just started with a 20-minute like intro class to say, hey, this is scientifically proven. This 20-minute a day will help reset your body. And then I have these workshops that are 7 class modules that kind of go through the 7 layers of the bodies, because there's lots of books that are written that like the body will keep score, right? So even if you overcome a challenge in your mind, your body may still be holding on to something, which may be preventing you from feeling better or having that baby or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And I guess my question is, while I'm literally just launching and I just attached Clarity like yesterday, um, speaking to this community and trying to grow the community and just trying to raise awareness to help all of the people that are going through all of this. I'm trying to get. I have my 100 like you talked about, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get carved into that niche, so to speak. So that's why I wanted to speak with you this morning.
Gotcha. Are there other people in the fertility market, like people doing like your niche? Is that a known thing or is it like a new thing? I've never heard of it, so I'm curious.
Oh, okay. Well, I work with doctors for an IVF, and so I'm literally just going to doctors because that's like the women that I don't think are really documented. So I've just kind of started communicating with them because that's like a whole on earth like place, right? So that's where I started.
Okay. But in the known market of people trying to deal with fertility issues, is anybody else talking about this concept?
I don't think it's talked about enough, to be honest. There's a lot of hidden shame for women about having that struggle to get pregnant, right? And then you have, a husband who's trying to be really supportive and you both kind of, just struggling with it. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's talked about enough, no.
Okay.
But
You
I
know,
could research that.
yeah. So what I usually do when I go into a market, like the first thing I'm looking for is like I want to understand the ecosystem, right? So like if I was going to be a real estate guru, I would go in there and I would figure out who are all the other real estate gurus who are currently in this market, right? Who are they? What are they doing? And then what's everyone's different angle? Like, okay, this person's teaching flipping, this person's teaching short sales, this person, and I figure out the whole ecosystem of what are all the things, all the different ways that people in this ecosystem are trying to solve the problem of teaching someone how to flip real estate. So if you have to be the same thing, like is like okay, in the marketplace of fertility. And again, my wife and I went through this 20 years ago. Our twins are 20 now. So there was a time where we were into this and we were studying and we were reading things and we were in the groups and we were trying to do stuff, you know. And so I would be looking at that and who are the voices right now in that market? Because I'm sure there's people that are just very much like again, like I have a friend who's an acupuncturist who like she teaches and she does acupuncture for fertility. There's other people that do, traditional medicine. There's people that, there's it's like I want to get to know that market really, really well and then be like, okay, inside that market, is there anyone that's you? Because are there other people teaching this concept or doing this? And are they doing podcasts? Are they doing web? Like what's the landscape look like, right? Because when
Okay.
you start looking at that, you realize that there's this population of people, again, the known population of this ecosystem, but like you said, there's a huge halo effect where, all the other people that struggle that aren't talking about, aren't showing up on reports and stuff. But it's like where are they getting their information? Where are they plugging into? And then your role is to come in like, hey, what's my unique thing? And again, I think what you do is unique. 'Cause I've never heard of that before. There's maybe other people doing it, but that'd be my first thing I'd be doing for my market research is really understanding that, right? Because then if you know that, now it's like, okay, these are all the players in this market that are all trying to help things. And now it's like, it can become really easy if there are podcasts or YouTube channels or Instagram channels, like for you to come in and be like, I have a really unique, different way that this works. Let me talk to your audience. Let me share this thing. Let me, let's get your people on my webinar. We can try something, like it's, that's basically how it works. I see the people that have the most success in any business are the ones who go into whatever the ecosystem is and figure out their unique angle and then partner with all the other people in that ecosystem to bring their unique flavor to this conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm thinking as you're saying that, and the health and wellness events that now in the hospital communities that are popped up kind of everywhere, that might be a good place to start, as well as the podcasts and the YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, but to like talk about it on other people's YouTube channels. Okay.
Yeah. And my next question is like, have you had a chance to work with someone yet and who was having struggles with fertility and actually have babies afterwards going through the process with you?
I mean, I did it myself. Like
Okay.
I did it myself, and I worked with someone who helped me in the process. But have I worked with someone yet? No, not yet.
Okay. Well, cool. You got the personal case study, which is step number one. So like next thing I would do is I would go put it out there, like go find 5 or 6 people and take them through your process and like just see, because like this is something that as soon as you get, you have your own success story, as soon as you start getting other people's, that's when this will go from like this to like start taking off. Because then you start sharing like, all right, some people thought I was crazy, but I worked with these, that was so and so, and let me show you the process, what happened, and like, oh, here's the baby, like those kind of things will help just dramatically amplify everything you're trying to do. And so I'd be looking immediately, like, how do I start building some case studies? Let me go find some people in this community. Like, let's put some messages out there, just like, um, you know, I mean, I was thinking like my wife and I, if we would have saw someone who posted like, hey, you know, if you've tried this, this, and this, and you're still struggling, there's this new thing that worked for me, and I'm working with a group of people to like help them. Like, if you're interested, you know, come apply to be part of this thing, and you could, you know what I mean, you could get some people really easily, and then take them through that process.
I think it's such a personal thing. It might just be a personal one-on-one class that I would offer them for, like 10,
Sure.
10 series, sell a 10 series pack basically, because it's a personal, I feel like it should be offered one-on-one to begin with, and then you can open it up or film it or video it and then sell that. But I'm not
But
sure.
Russell, why did you immediately say group coaching? I'm sure there was a reason for that.
I didn't necessarily say group coach. I said find 5 or 6 success stories. Like, go and find those people. And
Okay.
same thing. Like before I started coaching, if you read .com Secrets, I found a bunch of people like Drew Canole, and I went to Neil Strauss and Tony Robbins and Dave Asprey, and like we built funnels for them. And with them, it wasn't a group coaching program. It was me proving that the things that I do actually work.
Okay.
And then that gives you the street cred that you can leverage. So yeah, I think it is 100% one-on-one. I think it's you can find some people in your community who can work really close, but like go and like earn the success story. Like, businesses are based off of success stories, right? And getting people results. It's like go and earn that. That's like the most important thing you could do, because then you've got the credibility that'll make everything else become a lot easier. And obviously, you know the process, you can teach it now, but when you can teach it and you've got absolute certainty, like I helped 5 women and 2 of them got pregnant. Like, that's a 3 got, whatever that is, like it's going to increase your confidence as well. And then, which helps in the ads, in the funnels, in the selling, like everything else along the way,
Okay. When you do that in the beginning, should I offer that just as let me work with you because I'm starting this case study, so it's like for free, or would you charge them?
You can do both. I did mine for free. That's why I did mine. But either way, it just kind of depends on your comfort level, if they're willing to pay. The biggest thing is just like whatever it takes for you to get those is like that's going to be the most valuable thing in the world for you.
Okay.
Russell, would you say that kind of comes down to the quality of the people that you're working for? Like, for instance, working for a Tony Robbins means you're going to get in front of a huge crowd of people. More than happy to do that for free. That's a great investment. Does that kind of dictate for you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely was going out looking for case studies of people like it that, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you can even go back to someone and say, in the future, this is going to be a $10,000 coaching program. I work one-on-one with somebody, but, I'm trying to get some case studies. So it's going to be $2,000 or 1,000 or 500, whatever makes sense. I don't know what the numbers are, but something, but again, if it was me, I'd be less stressed about making money today and more like, how do I get success and results for these people? Because that's going to make you a lot more money, over time.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. In fact, one idea so I'm going to put you down a rabbit hole. If you go to my YouTube channel and look for an interview I did with Richmond Din on tiny challenges, I feel like the tiny challenge model would be really effective for what you're trying to do. It's a one-on-one challenge with one person, and it's anyway, he talks about the whole thing. He spoke at FHL FHL International about it, but the YouTube video goes over it for free and it kind of walks you through it. In fact, hold on, I might sell a book for Richmond. I think it's tinychallenge.com. No, that's not the one. Hold on. Yeah, he came with this idea for people because there's a lot of times, tinychallenge.com. Oh no, never mind. That's his back end coaching. He's got a book somewhere. Hold on. One more time, then I'll give up. Where's the book offer? Oh, it's on Amazon. So Tiny Challenge, Richmond Inn on Amazon. If you read that book, it'll walk you through it. But it's basically doing a big challenge, but it's just one person. And so it's like a really good way to start and start harnessing these case studies and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool process.
Thank you.
So.
If you guys wanted to learn more about that, I put the link in the chat for the video as well.
Very cool.
All right.
Dante, I have something I can't tell you publicly. I have something cool about tiny challenges that's going to freak you out here in a minute. Anyway, so there's me teasing.
Box me. I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey, before we move on, Nancy had a really good follow-up question I'd love to hear. She said, so sorry, forgot to ask, when should I close the cart after the challenge? 3-day challenge, day 3 is a repitch. What do we do?
Cool. So typically for me, I like doing like I love selling on Thursdays. I don't know if it's just superstition, but in my head, I feel like Thursdays is my favorite day to sell. So what I usually, if I'm doing 3 day, I'm doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'm gonna let it run through the weekend. And I close like Sunday at midnight. So I'll run for another 48 hours or so after the challenge. That way, people can well go watch the replay. They can, you can have some urgency and scarcity, but it gives them a little time to for the logical buyers. Sometimes logical buyers need more time in their head to justify it, and then you also have the buyers who only buy based on fear, which is urgency and scarcity creates fear, which is like, we're pulling this away. It disappears midnight Sunday. You got to buy. And like, they freak out and then they buy as well. So yeah, I'm usually probably, if my day three's Friday, I got Saturday, Sunday. So 2 more days. So about 48 hours after my last event is when I close down.
Okay,
Cool.
awesome. Thank you so
And,
much.
and would you hit 3 emails on Sunday?
At least
At
you want
least.
to over annoy those people. Frank Kern does like 9 emails the last day of his, but yeah, you the more the merrier. So like for us, we do a minimum of 3. So it's like 1 in the morning, like, hey, last day, watch replay, and then after that's like, hey, 8 hours left. Here's the link, and it's like you got an hour left. Go now, hurry, hurry. And what's crazy is like it's so this happens in launch. Like your first third of your sales come like immediately. Next third of sales come over like that 5 days grind just slowly, and then the last third of sales come in like last hour. It's like the most annoying thing. You're like, why don't you guys just buy up front so we don't have to do all these like marketing things? But they work, so we just keep doing them.
Right. Because if we didn't
Thank
do
you
those
so much.
marketing things, they wouldn't buy.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. I love my job, man. Let's keep it going. John, you're next.
John and I got matching t-shirts on today. What's up?
Whoa. Offer Lab is doing a huge launch. I believe it's the 3rd of September. Is that right, Russell?
Yeah, 3rd of September, we're doing a big rollout. So
Very excited for that.
it's really cool.
All right. So hey guys, I'm excited to be back on the call with you guys. So my question is a one-to-many sales question. So with one-to-many and when it comes to like affiliate marketing, if I was gonna, promote an event or promote something like Offer Labs, and do training events, things like that, would you be following the perfect webinar during those training events to sell or whatever offers you're promoting? And then like how would that look as far as like running through like the one thing and the 3 secrets, and overcoming like some of the false beliefs and the breaking those patterns when you're promoting somebody else's product?
Yeah, great question. So part of it depends on like the person I'm promoting. If they're really, really good at doing that, a lot of times my job as an affiliate is to like is to create excitement and buzz to get them to go watch that presentation, right? Like if I know the person I'm promoting is really good at it, you may know the person doing this is kind of good at that. So you wouldn't have to necessarily replicate it and do it. If you're selling something with a person, a lot of times I promote something and the person's not good at selling, so I will have my own separate little mini event where I'm doing the whole thing and I'm selling. So both those work. What I prefer doing, I love it when the person's actually doing selling and instead what I'm doing is supporting. And so if that's the case, I try to figure out some kind of dramatic demonstration to get people into some extra or some kind of thing where I can have time with them separately and I can talk about it. And then for me, it's less of like going through the whole process and more like getting people excited. And then how do I increase the value? Like, what can I create to make this more irresistible? So like when I was a hardcore affiliate, 90% of my time was just creating really cool offers for the people who bought from me. And that's how I won every affiliate launch for like a decade. Was just like, and I look at the best affiliates now. Like, so what I would do is I would figure out like, what's my version of this hook and angle. I bring them over and then I'd be like with them watching the thing. Like, here's the thing, go watch video 1, go watch video 2. Okay, webinars come out, let's all get together, right? And then in the process, I'm like, okay, when you guys buy this, like, yes, they're gonna get his thing, which is amazing. But when you buy through my link, we're also gonna get this. I'm gonna give you this. We're gonna create that. And like that becomes more of like how I would do it as an affiliate. Just being like with them in the crowd, watching this thing, getting them hyped up, getting fired up, and then giving them a reason to buy from you specifically. In fact, I wonder if it's still live. When Dean and Tony did their launches, I had a whole page I did because I can't remember the domain name. Dang it. Anyway, when they did their big launch for Mastermind, like I was like, hey, how to make this separate? So like I went and I found Napoleon stuff about a mastermind, and then I did a video about that, and then I pushed people to my thing. They registered, and then we built our own little mastermind, and we talked about it. And then I was like in the course, I was like sharing stuff I learned from the course. I was sharing my ideas, and then when we got to launch day, I was part of the launch. I was, I'm like, I'm gonna be here, guys. Come watch it. And when you buy from me, I'm gonna give you this, and all these other bonuses. And yeah, I was their top affiliate, like 3 or 4, your top 3 affiliates 3 or 4 years in a row, just doing that. I found one hook of the thing, which for me was masterminds, and then I went deep on that, nerded out on it, and then gave bonuses. So
it's almost like just like build up some anticipation for the big event, create some noise, and then just participate and like create a group and do it with them, like on a live Zoom or something like that when we're actually like watching the event, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a what's it called?
Like a
Like a
watch
viewing
party or
party?
something.
Yeah, watch party,
Yeah.
watch party. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Awesome.
because the job of a really good affiliate is just adding energy to the thing, right? Because like
Yeah.
they're already excited, but it's getting them more excited. And then it's like they already want to buy the thing, but then they really want to buy the thing because there's the next tier. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So
Thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
Yeah.
as you probably know too, John, when new things hit the marketplace, you see all the Facebook comments. Everybody says, "Who's got the best bonuses? Who's got the best?" So make amazing bonuses. It's awesome.
yeah. I had
Sweet.
one time, we're probably not going to do this, but I had a friend who made his list was small, but he made a really, really good bonus. And then the offer creator emailed the entire launch list, like, check out so and so's offer, look how good it is. And then he became the #1 affiliate. And he like, anyway, it was really bad because he stole commissions from other people because everyone's like canceling and rebuying because they wanted his thing. But he had to become the #1 affiliate in this launch. And he's like, I don't even know what happened, but the guy promoted my offer to the entire launch list. So you never know what's going to happen.
Awesome. Thanks for the question, John. That was fantastic. Let's roll over to Taylor. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, so it's gonna, my question is in here, but first off, I have to just say, Russell, you are incredibly great at creating raving fans. I use you and your business as an example for my clients. So my background, I've been a director and producer for TV ads, and back in 2014, the Harmon brothers, it's like put you on my radar. And I was looking at your stuff and I was like, yeah, okay. But I was helping a client and you never entered my orbit, right? But you were there. And it wasn't, and you'd come up on my social media ads, you would come up and I'd be like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And the minute you started talking about God and Napoleon Hill, like I could hear my brain screech and hit the brakes and frontal lobe smack. And I was like, okay, now I want to know who this guy is because he's talking about God, high priority in my life. He's talking about Napoleon Hill, which love the man. I think it's a mandatory read for everybody. And I came into your orbit, right? But I was still on that outer circle, like not all the way in yet. I'm not all the way in yet. And then I started seeing the people you were surrounding yourself with. And Eileen Wilder like grabbed my heart and squoze it. So, and now I see the second layer of people that you keep close to, that like Chris and Jordan and Dante here, like being in the prime movers and being in that circle and seeing who's in your orbit and how willing they are to teach and rise us all up. I know without a doubt you are going to change more lives and create more millionaires than anyone ever. And I do hope the day that you get to cross over to the other side, Napoleon's heels right there to shake your hand and say, thank you for taking what was pressing on my heart to help and take it to the masses, because that's what you've done. And I'm so grateful that you got in my orbit. You've changed my life. I entered Prime Movers with one offer, and now I think I'm up to 6 and haven't launched any of them yet, but it's constantly evolving and moving. And I just have to thank you for everything you've done. And my question is, because I'm so curious, when you look at something and you can figure out the funnel, what are the steps that are going on behind the scenes, like behind the whiteboard before you ever get to the whiteboard? What are those steps that you're going from A to Z, or do you just go from A to Z and then fill in the blanks in the middle? And then my second question is, I want to know what your daily routine is. I want to know how your day starts and how it ends.
All right. Well, first off, thank you for yeah, I got chills and yeah, so that was I thank you. That made my day. So um okay, so what is that? What do I go through? So it's an interesting question because I don't know how conscious it is or not conscious, but um I'm very much, I practice what I preach. You know, the concept of funnel hacking that I always talk about. I don't know if people think it's like just a catchy term or something or whatever, but like that's what I do. Sometimes it's very subconscious now because I've looked at so many funnels and so many ideas and so many offers, you know. But even with that, like before we create anything, like I spend a lot more time doing research than most people ever put into the product as a whole, right? And not by research, I mean like I'm trying to figure out like who has sold something like this in the past. What did it look like? How did it work? How did they structure? What did it like? Who's in this market? Like, what are they actually selling? Like, what are the things that this market are excited by? Where are they frustrated? Where's the pain points? You know, I spent a lot of time doing that because I hate. In fact, in our the prime mover business, which is like our the info side of our business, you know, like in our values, like one of our core values is funnel hack first. It's not like, okay, let's go figure out how to do this. Like the first, it's like I always tell people, like before you go and try to do anything, like funnel hack first. Like who's already done some versions in the past? Let's go find that. Let's look at what's already been created. That's why I think I'm so obsessed with like the old books and the old things. I'm like, there's people that thought about this stuff before. Let's go find these smart people and see what they figured out, and we'll start from there versus us starting from ground zero again and working through. You know, so someone comes to me like, we're selling a green drink, or we're selling a dog training program, we're selling a whatever. I'm just like, okay, what do I like? Like, what are the things I've seen in the past, or if not, like, how do I go find those things? And it gives me a really good foundation and to build off of. And so, I think before in my before I was doing that, I had a lot of like ups and downs that weren't successful. And then after I really started getting good at that and focusing on that, then most of the things we put out nowadays are successful because it's not just a guess anymore. It's like I'm gonna go figure this out, right? That's why I think earlier I think I can't remember if it was Nancy or Kimberly who we were talking to, but I was like the ecosystem, right? Like the ecosystems I play in, like I am very hyper aware. I remember I had some guy came to me and he was like this big real estate guru, he said, and he was asking me for coaching. I was like, oh, and I started naming off. I'm like, oh, did you see how Pace did this, and how Joe McCall did this, and how so and so did this, and like, and I knew every single person in his space. And he's like, I don't. He's like, what's that guy's name again? And all this stuff. I'm like, you don't know any of the other people in your market, like. How are you supposed to have success? Like I know what everyone and not even my own market, but I'm so into every like so many different markets because I'm coaching a lot of people. Um, I know the ecosystem in each of these markets. I know what people are saying. I know what the pain points are. I know what the price points are. I know like and so because of that, like if I'm building something, if I'm coaching somebody, if I know it's like there's all this pre-data I have, and so now I'm not just guessing. Now it's like, cool. All right, so and so did this. This is how it worked. This is how what they did here. This person did this. Let's make a version that we're going to take these three things and add this in and tweak this, and then now we got a structure, and then we can run really fast. So that's kind of what goes on behind my head, is just looking backwards to see what things have worked prior. I don't think I'm very creative as much as I'm just a really good rememberer. Um, it's funny, like a couple years ago, we launched 30days.com, which was a book about, it was like, if you lost everything and you were to start over from scratch and all you had left was a ClickFunnels account in 30 days, what would you do? Like, that's literally an offer that I saw in 2021 when I was in college. This guy named Joe Kumar launched, and then it disappeared and he disappeared and no one remembered for 18 years. And I was just like, we need a new offer. And I'm like, oh, remember that one? Let's just do that offer. I could just make our version of it. Like, and everyone's like, you're such a genius. You're so creative. Like, no, someone did it 18 years ago, but I've been looking back in history a lot longer than any of you guys have because I'm just looking at like what historically worked in the past that I can replicate and we can model and we can do again today. OfferLab, for example, this company we're about to launch. Everyone's like, you're so smart. How'd you think about that? I'm like, oh, my friend tried to launch this 16 years ago and he failed because the technology couldn't do it. So we just took that idea and built it. Like that's you know what I mean? And so for me, I focus on the history of this game. I understand the markets that we're playing in. And then from there, I'm just figuring out what's my version, how to make my thing unique. What's something no one's doing anymore that they used to do that was working, right? And that's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's insightful to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the answer to question 2 or 1. Wait, yeah. Question 2, what's my routine? Man, okay. I should just someday do a whole video going deep into it, but
Yes,
I
you
would
should.
I would love that, Russell. I would love that. I'd watch 10 times a day.
I'm with you, Dante.
that would not fit in my routine because you ran out of time. No. So I would say I could give you the block by block, and I'll talk about it a little bit. But I think the more important part is understanding presence in the moment. That's where most people make the mistake, right? Like I see people who are at the office, but they're still at home, or they're at home, but they're still at the office. I see people who are on a call like this, but they're also over here, and like their brains in different places. And so for me, it's like like I have so many things I'm doing. So when I'm doing something, I try to be very, very present. It's the reason why, like, I'm not good at, I have some friends who are good at switch tasking where like, there's this and this, like 20 different things. Like I don't do well at that. Like I like having, like my assistant Taylor knows, like like I want a lot of time to focus on a thing so I can get the thing done. Because I want to be very, very present. I want to like spend an hour and then have to shift over here and then shift over here. Like that's very difficult for me. It's like I want dedicated time and I can go deep on something and focus on it, but I want to be very, very present, right? Like this call, today's a crazy day, and I canceled all the other meetings except for this one. 'Cause I was like, I want to be here for this call. Like I love this, and then like I have like four things. Like I'm the best man at Steve Larson's wedding tonight. I have to write his best man speech. And I probably should be doing that instead of here, but I decided to be here. So like I'm present here. But the second this is done, like I see the tab on my computer right here. Like as soon as it's over, it's done, and now I'm here, and nothing else matters except for me getting the speech written for tonight, right? Like, and so like I'm very much like present in the thing that I'm doing. Because if I'm done this, and I'm also trying to type this, I'm not going to be able to be present. It's not like none of the work will be as good. So like that's the most important thing is understanding that, and then in that now it's like okay, based on that, like what are the like where are the segments of my time? Like so in the morning when I wake up, it's like that's my time where it's like if I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna read, like it has to happen before everyone else. Like those times, like they're blocked out, and then when I'm reading, like that's what I'm doing. I'm working out, so I'm very present in that, right? And then the next window is like my wife and my kids are waking up, and then like I am dad. I'm helping with lunches. I'm driving to school. I'm I'm just very present there. And then when I go to the office, like I am very present here. I'm doing the things, you know. When I get home, again, this is like my metaphor. Like I drive in the garage and I walk through the garage. Before I walk into the house and my door, like I stop for a second. It's like, okay, like it's been a hectic, crazy day. And I'm like, like as I'm walking through the door, like that all stays on this side of the door, and I'm coming on this side of the door, right? And I'm not perfect at this, but I try to like not be on my phone all night. I try not to, like I try to like separate. And so like when I'm back home, I'm like I'm dad again. And then when my kids go to bed, now I'm husband. Like I just try to be very present in the things. And so that'd be I mean, those things I think are more important than like what are the supplements you take, what time do you wake up, like we can go into that kind of stuff, but more so it's just like understanding that. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever done a time test before. I remember Alex Sharp from back in the day used to be one of our two Common Club coaches, and he made everybody do that, and so it was really annoying. But basically, like you have this timesheet every 5 minutes, you have to write down what you're doing. And what's crazy is almost everyone in the coaching program and most of our employees, when they did it, like their big aha was like, "Wow, this is crazy! I'm only actually working like 2 hours a day during an 8 hour day, right? Because of all the conversations, the this and the this." And for me, it was different. Like I realized that I work 8 hours and 8 hours a day. Like I'm when I'm here, I'm doing the thing. I'm not I'm not doing other stuff that people waste their time on. So I don't know. Those are some of the things. I hope that helps a little bit.
No, very helpful. Thank you. Because I think we struggle with being present. We're all over the place. And hearing you say that, gives me a little motivation to do the same. So thank you.
Yeah. It's hard at first because your brain's like da da da. And it's just like nothing else matters. Like in this moment. In fact, I remember, this was the coolest thing. Sean Whalen, I don't know if you guys know Sean. He has the Lions Not Sheep business and brand. He spoke at one of our events. And he said something. I'm going to mess it up. It was so profound. One of the people in my inner circle asked him the question. They said, "What's your purpose? Like why? Like what's your purpose in life, or whatever?" And he's like, "My purpose is this moment right here." He's like, "It's the only one I got." He's like, "There's yesterday, there's tomorrow," but he's like, the only thing that actually matters is what happens right here, right now, because this is the only thing I can affect is what's right now. And I was just like, and at first I was like, no, like you're building this whole company. You have like this, that's the most important thing. It's like, no, this moment right here is the most important thing. And he said that it was like so powerful to me because it's true. Like most important thing I could be doing right now is this, right? Because I'm here. Like there's nothing like I'm not with my kids, and it sucks because I'm here, but I'm here, right? And next week I'm driving my daughter to college. The most important thing is sitting in the car and just like being with her. And then like whatever you're at, like that's the most important thing. So like focusing on that because it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve any of you guys or me if I'm thinking about the next thing or whatever, right? And so it's a hard muscle to kind of start flexing, but when you get better and better at that, that's when your productivity, how much stuff you can get done just dramatically increases.
Oh, thank you. Love being in your orbit. Thank you so much.
Well, glad we got you in the orbit eventually.
Yes, you did. You did. I'm so grateful to be here.
Very cool.
That was awesome. Anybody else going to do a time audit next week?
it's a painful thing when you first do it and you start realizing like, wow, what have I done my whole life?
I-
There's so many things.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing it. Like, cause I'm super blessed. I get more responsibilities at ClickFunnels every day, and I'm blessed for that. But then it starts to pile up, right? And then you wonder, am I maximizing my time? Like, I took 8 hours to not do the things other things, family, whatever. I'm doing it. Am I doing the best I can? That I haven't heard about that in a while. I'm definitely doing it. If anybody else is doing it next week, let me know in the chat. Cool. And do we have any final questions, gang? We do have a couple minutes. Russell does have to write a best man speech, so hey, maybe we give him 10 minutes back and he can do that. But he's not here because he wants to be. He has to be. He's here because he wants to be. So if you have a final question, please feel free. Let us know.
I actually just asked ChatGPT based on what it knows about me, like what's my biggest weakness. And it kind of said something about like how I spend my time and how I'm way too into the like small details and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to try that, it's a little scary, but like it's a very good thing to ask ChatGPT.
It's a good judge of character. It tells you everything about yourself. That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, man, I think we're rocking today, Russell.
Okay. Well, thanks you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm going to go. It's funny because I'm Mormon. In the Mormon world, like we do weddings way different. So like, I've never been a best man. I haven't been to many like traditional weddings. Like last night we had a rehearsal dinner. They told me the day before, like, you come to the rehearsal dinner? I'm like, what's that? They're like, so we rehearse to like us getting married. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So we did that. And then they're like, so you have a speech tomorrow. I'm like, what? Like so this is like, I feel like a brand new beginners, like last time Googling how to give a best man and watching best man speeches. Like, yeah, so I'm learning a lot. This is different than I'm used to, but it's going to be.
Good thing you're not new to giving speeches.
I know. Well, it's like, so this is Kate. If you guys don't tell anybody this at the wedding, can you guys keep a secret? So if you know, like Stephen Marley, they sold tickets to the wedding. So they have that, and then they had upsell. They did a relationship day yesterday. They have a biohacking day tomorrow. So the upsells, upgrades, and all the extra money they make above and beyond their cost, they're donating to charity. But because it's like most of the people in the room are like funnel hackers, like it's like a mini funnel hacking live reunion, and so my best man speech is going to be a perfect webinar. So I got an origin story. I got 3 secrets, and I'm going to do it. Again, y'all swear, put your hands up. You're going to keep this a secret till after tonight. Nobody says it. Okay. I'm going to do a stack in the close. I'm going to pitch where everyone there can go on the honeymoon with Steve and Marley for $5,000 if they run to the back of the room. So there's Russell's version of best man speech. And then, we'll see what happens. So wish me luck.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I got to get a recording. That's going to be gold.
I'm still trying to figure out the 3 secrets. That's what I'm working on. So
That's
gonna be
so
awesome.
great.
Anyway, so
That is awesome.
thanks everybody.
That's
Appreciate you
awesome.
all, and keep writing your presentations. One thing, 3 secrets, stacking the clothes. I'm doing it tonight live at a wedding. You guys do it tonight on your Facebook Lives, your Zooms, wherever you're doing them at too, because the process works. Anyway, thanks, Dante, man. I appreciate
It's
you guys.
amazing. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate you so much.
too.
Thank
See you guys.
you.
Thank you so much.
And gang, I'd love to push you to really take some time this weekend, work on your presentations. Let's get these slides done. Russell always starts with, I forget the slide number. I think it's 179 or maybe 129. He tells you exactly in the training, in the One Funnel Away challenge. But here's the game. Go to your stack slide. Make your offer. I don't know my offer. Fine. Be like Russell. Go funnel hack your competition. Immerse in your industry. Become an expert on all of your competitors. Find their offers. Funnel hack their offers. Make your own unique offer with your own unique USP, unique selling proposition. Let's start there, because once we have our offer slide, we can craft some secrets. We can talk big dominoes, and I would love to do that with you guys tomorrow. Let's move forward. Momentum builds always. All right. So Nancy's hand is up and Tony's hand is up. Gang, I do have a little bit of time. Kimberly's hand is up as well. I am happy to get into some more questions. I have a hard cutoff at, let me just check so I give you guys proper information. I despise when I give the wrong information, and I despise myself when I do that. Cool. So I do have a hard cutoff at 1:30. I have another meeting, but I got time. So let's roll over to Tony. How can I help today, Tony?
Hey, Dante.
Hey.
Hey, okay, so my webinar did way better this time.
Nice.
I got people to actually be there. I have the like I have the Zoom, this like the Zoom report. So I think I got 200 registrants, and around the like during the meeting around 50 showed up, I think.
Oh, huge. Great job, Tony. Great.
Yeah.
A 50% show up rate is well above the metric standard. Perfect. Keep going.
And so far, I do have one person that expressed that expressed buying interest. My question is I wrote my own emails, so I was writing them as I progressed. But after the webinar, I had to get on a flight, so the workflow for the post webinar emails got cut off. Is there a way in which I can reconnect the users, like restart it?
Yes, there is. If you go to that workflow, Tony, in the top right, sorry, let me see if I can get into mine. I just had to do a huge password reset, so I might be locked out of my account right now. Let me see. Got it. Got it. Let me share my screen. That's not right. Let's try that again. We're just going to go this way. Okay. So you can go to your workflow. Probably what I would do in this case, Tony, is I would not want to resend the early on emails that I know that they received. I would probably remove them from the workflow before I did what I show you. Totally depends, and it's your choice on that. Maybe you just send them all out. This is the first one. Maybe you want to test. There's no right or wrong. Just want to throw the suggestion out there. Maybe for this, we remove the emails that we know they already got, because we can go back in here into our settings and we can back populate. And now you can run everybody back through the workflow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Bingo. My man. Love that.
Okay. So that makes them keep the same event calendar date, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay. Okay.
100%.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Great job, Tony. Really proud of you for that, man. And you had one person expressed interest in sale. This is going to be hard to judge, right? Because the follow-up sequence for a webinar, perfect webinar, hits all the beats right, does a great job presenting and swaying people to actually take action. But our follow-up sequence in a webinar is so important. You know, the webinar sells the emotional people, but as Russell shares, the logic and the fearful, that really gets hit by the workflow. So, that one person that expressed interest in the sale, I'm sure in the webinar you said at the stack slide, go to www.tony.com, and you did the whole thing, correct?
Yeah.
And then did they email you afterwards and reach out that way?
We had during the week we reached out through WhatsApp, and this was one of the guys that had our WhatsApp. So he asked us about payment plans through WhatsApp. That's the objection is that money. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Did you get any other feedback from this presentation, or was that really the one big piece?
Not yet. We're still what we had was that a lot of people came in, disconnected at different times. So we haven't gone into the analytics of that part yet. Okay,
cool. No worries. No worries. We can dive into all that. Are you going to run a webinar next week?
Yes. Yeah. I messed up some things. I forgot to leave the chat open. So that's one. So next week I'm going to do that. I had some things to brush up on the presentation as well. Where else? Yeah. Or my ads actually improved this time.
Good. Yeah. When you started running ads, did you have like a new pixel that you were training, or did you have an existing pixel?
Existing pixel.
Oh, great. Oh, great. This is only going to get better then, Tony. I love everything I'm hearing here so far. Great job, man. I'm really proud of you. Let's get together next week too. We can look at some more stats and data and really see how everybody's going through.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ante.
Awesome. Love that, man. Great work.
Thanks.
Let's hop over to Fadi. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Fadi hasn't had a chance to speak yet. Let's get after it.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good. So I think I joined 3 months ago, and I did the webinar, I did all the slides, and I ran it twice live. and then I had to go to a trip for a month, so I ran it on automatic. So basically, just a Facebook ad. It goes to the auto, like auto webinar.
Yeah,
So
webinar registration. They register, goes to a broadcast page with your video already embedded on it.
yes, correct.
Lovely.
So so far with the Facebook ads and stuff, I had about 690 people went through the webinar. Only 10% watched some of it. Only 10 people seen 50% of it. And my like the webinar is hour and a half, but I put hour and a half of testimonials at the end, the trick that Russell said. And anyway, so it's 3 hours. So 50% means they saw the webinar. So only 10 people out of 690 saw it, and I have no conversions. I guess my question is not how to improve it. My question is, I can go to the show and tell what else can I do to get feedback or to try to figure out what things I need to change. Like, from a high level, like, should I don't want to come and take a lot of time. So like what should be my way of trying to figure out what should I change? Should I just come to the show and tell or calls like this and just ask about one thing, or like what can I do to improve, I guess, to get some conversions?
This is a great question, Fadi. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Correct.
Awesome. So, fantastic question.
Probably more like Fadi. I think. Fadi.
You're right.
Just a guess.
I can guess where from. Anyway, I can guess fatty. Potty is good too.
Beautiful. Well, Betty, we'll say it right. As a unique name owner myself, the number one thing that I'm thinking is it's probably going to be the first 15 minutes of your webinar. If I had to guess, the first 15 minutes of the webinar is probably something that we need to really address, because that's what's going to hook them in and make them stay and watch that whole webinar. Like maybe secret number 1 doesn't resonate with them. That's okay. We hook them in with our intro and they'll stick around to see secrets 2 and 3 and the rest of the presentation, because you have that secret information that they need. So it's probably going to come down to just making stronger hooks and making a stronger intro, maybe changing up the stories that we're sharing in the beginning of the webinar. Just this is the game. This is the game here, Fedi. Tweaking over and over. Do you know? So only 10% saw the webinar, but do you know like how many people made it?
So some of the webinar, like maybe 5% to 50%. So some of it. Like,
okay. This is the game. We want to really go look in our analytics and we want to find the biggest drop-off point. Maybe a couple people left early, maybe a couple people left in the middle, but where we see the big exodus point, that's the thing that we're going to address 100%. And you will find that in your analytics. You'll probably also see it as you're looking through the chat. People typically are pretty vocal about things they're thinking and feeling. So make sure to export those chats and go through them, and you'll see like, oh, wow, things are going good. Things are going good. Oh, whoa, hold on. Everybody started to say this thing in the chat, and then they left.
I don't think there is chat with the auto one, or maybe should I run chat, open chat? You
probably didn't have chat with the auto one, but you did on the first one that you did live, right?
Correct.
Did you have people that registered for that and were engaging in chat?
I don't know if they were engaging in chat. Maybe I wasn't inviting them to. One of the questions I have: should I go back and do live? Like, is there any value?
Absolutely. All the value is in live. We tweak our presentations. This is the game. We go in and we run our webinar. We do the best we can, and then as soon as our webinar is done, we export the chat and we go back through and watch our video, and we're watching the chat as it's going along. You don't have to watch your video again, but it's really good to watch game film, gang. I know it's hard. A lot of times when we first start, it's like, oh, I hate my voice. Don't worry, you'll get over that in a very short time. But finding your stage presence, how you engage. Are we actually backing up when we say things, or am I going into the screen and really engage? All of the stage presence, it really does have a big thing to do. So watching the videos and seeing yourself is super enlightening, but do it live. Do it live every single Thursday. You're going to find, oh, I did this live and this was good, but I did this story. Maybe it's secret number 2. I shared this and it didn't resonate and they didn't understand and they all started dropping off. Well, great. Then that's the story we're going to tweak, is that story number 2. doing it live is 100% the best way to do it. Have you ever heard the story Russell shares about, goodness gracious, she's fantastic. The Australian lady, come on, brain. Not Allison Prince. Anybody know the name I'm trying to think of right now? I bet you guys do.
I'm trying to think of it. She's really great too.
She's amazing. She's amazing. I'm just having a brain fart. Anyway, moral of the story is she had an offer. She ran webinars. She ran her first 12 webinars. Nobody was showing up. Nobody was buying. It was super defeating, but she stuck to it. She kept looking at chat. She kept watching the videos. She kept tweaking. She kept changing until the 13th, and that one popped. And then she still did it live to get it even better and better and better. And we keep doing them live until we get them as good as they can possibly be. Then we automate and go evergreen.
Got it. Okay, cool. And my original question. So
best way to get help with this.
Yeah, go to the show and tell and just try to snip 5 minutes here and there. Is there any other avenue for me? I'm just trying to confirm that.
Show and tell is, I'm not familiar with that. That is probably a prime mover, what you're doing in prime mover. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. I'm not super familiar with that, but show and tell would be obviously a great place to go. Yes, you can. And you need to have your customers lead you to the questions. So I think in show and tell, it's probably short snippets so that they can get to everybody.
Give everybody 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes. Use those show and tells. Find the area that you know from your customers that this is where my big drop off happens. Then we'll bring that in there and let's go look at those 5 slides surrounding that. Let's look at the story. Show and tell will be a great way to do that. Also, I'd love to invite you in, not next week, but the following. Next Friday, gang, Russell will not be here in OFA. Just for everybody to know, we got an early heads up. So Russell won't be able to be here this next Friday, but the next he will. And I'd love for you to hop in here. We can look through the webinar. By then you'll have even more stats. You'll have even more data, and we can do an overview. Maybe we can take 20 minutes and run through slides and run through stories, and Russell can look at this and really see from the master himself what he would tweak. It would be great for you, but also everybody. Everybody would learn from seeing that walkthrough on a funnel that's getting stats, getting people to go to it, but not making those sales. How does that sound?
I would love to. Great. Thank you.
I'd love that. So let's do that. 2 weeks, 2 Fridays from this, not next, but next, and keep doing your webinars live up until then. Let's get data. Let's really set Russell up so he has the data he needs to help you make the right decisions.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Bingo. Great job, man.
Thank you.
All right, and 8:15. Thank you, Kimberly. You are amazing. And now let's roll over to Taylor to round us out. Taylor, how can I help?
All right. So I did everything you suggested. And what I want to do is a little screen share here and tell me if I got it all. So I changed my banner to a big thank you. You're in. This is the second page after they've opted into the webinar.
Yep.
And then there's my thank you video. There's my offer.
Hold on, go back up. Let me see what that headline was right there. You've just unlocked a one-time. Yes, gotcha. Great.
So they've got 5 minutes to make the decision to get all the PDFs. I checked this.
I'd probably make that 9 minutes. Let me just see. Scroll down on the page. Let me see how much content and information is here for them to consume. Keep going. Okay, keep going. Yeah, great. Keep going. Here's the offer. Great. Oh, okay, cool. It's a fairly short page, simple offer, simple stack. You could probably run 5 minutes here to start.
Okay.
Nice.
And I checked my pop-up and it works. So thank you. Because I hate jumping through hoops as a consumer. So thank you for helping me streamline that. You had mentioned adding another offer in there. So when that pop-up pops up,
yes,
then I can drop another offer in underneath that, correct?
Not quite. Yes, but technically speaking, no. So can we go back to your ClickFunnels account?
Yes.
Your leftmost tab. Okay, great. Let's exit the editor, please. Yes, perfect. That exit top left, you were right. That little back arrow. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now we're at the builder. At the bottom left, you're going to have a little button there, fit to screen. It's right there.
Okay, all right. I want to click. There we go.
There we go. So you have 1 step, 2 steps. Here's your opt-in. Here is your order. They make a purchase in the pop-up on your thank you page, your second page. What you need to do is hit this little plus, and you need to add a new step, because when they click submit in the pop-up on that order form, it submits their order and takes them to the next step in the funnel. So we need to create our next step, and these are our OTO pages. Are you with me so far?
I am.
Great. Again, we're removing steps in the process. No website, no nothing. Hit the pop-up, they buy right there, bingo. Congratulations. Before you go, stop. Before you leave, right? That's the OTOs we're going to hit here. So let me make one with you. Click the page to add a new page. Lovely. One thing to point out, on the left-hand side, we have a tremendous amount of templates available for you guys with the specific funnel steps already set up to be technically functionable. So you can just go to your OTO steps on the left. Bingo. And now we have tons of OTO. What is that? 18, 14? My screen's across the room. I can't see. But these are great OTO templates. You can just use one of these, design it up for yourself, and then add your upsells to that. And now we're turning this opt-in funnel into a sales funnel, into an order funnel. Opt-in, thank you, which is actually a sneaky order form, going to OTO1, OTO2, then a confirmation at the end.
My mind is blown, Dante.
Bingo. That's
Thank
what we're
you.
looking for.
All right. I'm going to work on that.
That sounds great. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Taylor. All right. Oh, Kimberly and Nancy have questions. Let's hit them quick. Kimberly, you're first.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you. I have a little sinus infection, so that's why I wasn't on yesterday. But
I'm glad you're back today.
Yeah, I got some medicine. I'm back today. I'm a little fuzzy, but I'm still back. I think I have everything down. I just want to share it with you. I uploaded my video. My video is wrong because I filmed it wrong, but done is better than perfect right now.
Yes.
So I just want to start it. And hopefully you could see here. Right?
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'll retape it when I'm feeling better, but for right now, this is it. And I just want you to see the first page and tell me if you think everything looks okay, like to grab them. I think I followed the form that was assigned, but I noticed that it's like, hey, here's a little bit about me. And sometimes, as we discussed, people don't care about me. They care about themselves. So maybe I should. So here's, feeling stuck, here's the scientifically proven. And then here's my, this should be gone. Hold on. Okay, here's my video. Yes, I know it's wrong, but we'll fix it.
Yeah.
And then I just describe it in 5 minutes. I used your Dante AI. It's actually like 4 minutes. So
I don't even hate this. This will look fine on mobile too. Don't worry about this video. Yeah, you can reshoot it in the future, but you're right. This will be fine.
Okay. And then so that's what's important. And then it goes down to me, which I don't know if I really want. I kind of think that this part should be next because people care about themselves, which is normal.
You know what should be next?
What?
Scroll me down just a skosh. A little more. Actual student testimonials.
That should be next. Okay.
That should be next. Why do I know that? Why do you say that, Dante? Because I just stick with the industries like Russell. Gang, we got to funnel hack. We got to see our competition. We got to be looking at what's on the marketplace right now. And in 2025, there's been a massive shift. It used to go above the fold, our hook, our headline, into about me, so they get to resonate with you. And then more down, we would share testimonials. It's flopped now. Now in 2025, the great success is coming from hook, headline, video up top to hook them in. And as soon as they scroll down, customer testimonials. You'll see this now that you go funnel hack. You'll see this on pretty much all of your competitors. You're going to see a hook in the above the fold that would go down to, let's say you were featured on CNN, Forbes, whatever else, right? That banner would be there. Then it would go into customer testimonials. While I got you, gang, I'm sorry. My brain is just not working today for some reason. I forgot the website that we use for this. There's multiple of them. You can get those banners easily by going to, there's websites you can Google or ChatGPT this, where basically you run an ad through this website. You pay them, I think it's like $27, and they'll place one of your ads on CNN, Forbes, The Prophet, all these big names. And now because you ran an ad there, you get to have that featured on all the big names. Costs like $27. Yep.
Can you share what? That's huge, Dante.
I can't remember the name of the site, and we had a whole password reset, and I'm actually locked out of my laptop right now, so I can't get to my bookmarks. But a quick Google search, there's like 5 companies that do it really, really well. You guys can find those with a quick search.
Okay, just search up ads through website.
Yeah, how to be featured on CNN, ABC, Fox, Forbes.
Okay.
And then you can also search companies that will feature me on CNN, ABC, Fox, Forbes.
Okay, I can do that. That's wonderful.
Cool.
All right, so I'll do that next, and then after that, I think this should come up, right? Because these are the beliefs,
Yes.
right? And then last should
And it's not. Are you ready? Scroll me back down. It's not. Are you ready? We're gonna make a statement.
we're gonna make a statement. What do you want to say?
It'll just be feel better in 20 minutes.
That's what we're gonna say.
Right. Feel better in 20 minutes a day. We could then take this and we could change it. We could say, unlock your best self with just 20 minutes a day. Right, we're not asking questions. We're presumptive. This is what you will get. We're painting the picture of what they're going to have. Keep going.
Do you want me to say that instead?
No, just have this for now. What I want you to do is launch. For everybody, what I want you to do is put Microsoft Clarity on the funnel, and I want to get it out there. And we'll make data-driven decisions based on our customers. We let our customers vote with their wallets and actions. The only way we can do it up until now, this is all theoretical. It's all just me rubbing a crystal ball. Let's get it in front of our customers and see.
Okay, so I think I attached this, and I just want to make sure I did this where it was attached to for people who click this, to attach your pixel and then your clarity. But my coach said that when she changed the name of it, or like since we just changed that, it screwed up the the data because it didn't attach it. Is that something that
when you change the name of what?
Like we just changed the name of this button, feel better in 20 minutes.
That's not a button.
Oh, this isn't a button?
No, that I don't believe so. Let me see.
Okay.
Click off to the side. Click off, and now just put your mouse on that. Feel better in 20 minutes. Yeah, I can always see at the top of my orange. It's right below. Oops, sorry. Let me draw for you. I can always see. Come on, draw. There it is. I can always see right here, just below that, the actual element itself. This is a headline.
Oh, it's a headline.
This is just text. That's right.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to say something better than this?
I would say unlock your best self in just 20 minutes a day.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll do the testimonials, and then here I am. That'll be the last thing, or like meet your instructor.
Everything about you will be down at the bottom. You could put it
below. Should it be below the order form or above the order form?
I would tell you to put it above the order form to start.
Just so that people kind of get a little familiar with me, so to speak.
Right, because your buttons, all the buttons on this page are going to set to scroll them down, and it's going to scroll them. I can also see that you did set that up properly with, well, you can't see my drawings. I can do it on the button. Bottom left of your button, that little black text. It's set to scroll, so it'll scroll to the order form.
Okay.
This is something we can test and we can play around with. I would start with about you above the order form. As it scrolls them down, they'll scroll down and probably see that. If they want to read it, they can go above. But we'll play with it. We'll watch clarity recordings and see if people are even interacting with that. If they could care less about the about you section, we'll throw it down below the order form.
Okay. And then the last thing I think is just on my follow-up emails. I remember you saying something about like a website that you could do like a GIF or something where it's like, oh no, you didn't order, or get like some stupid thing going on. Not stupid, excuse my language. Like you can get some silly thing going on. But and so I wanted to kind of throw that, and I have to make this active, but I wanted to throw that into here. And
Yeah.
just that way people will have like something silly, something funny, like, oh no, you missed it, like, pie in the face or whatever it is, like just something silly.
Yep.
What was that website? You said that there's a website that you could create that.
Yeah, it's Giphy, Giphy.com. Let me find out exactly what it's called. It is, yeah, here we go. They make them all the time in here. It is super, super simple. I'll put it in the chat for you. Giphy.com, and it'll just make you can upload your own video. Like, I don't know, maybe you want to take a pie and throw it in your own face.
Right, something silly.
Yeah, you just take the video of you doing that, upload it to Giphy, and it turns it into a GIF.
Okay.
Then Giphy will give it a URL. In your email, just put down an image element, and you put the URL of your GIF on the image element. You don't need a video element. It's just an image element with the GIF URL.
Okay. GIF URL. Got it.
Yep.
And then the last thing is, should I just start to organically post it in like my feeds and stuff? Because I figure once it's done, I'm figuring on Monday to just have this all finished.
Yes.
And just organically kind of talk about it do the CTAs in my TikTok and Instagram posts.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Someone said, oh, you should start with ads. I'm like, I don't know. I think in the beginning, you should just see what happens.
Yeah.
And
Do you
then
know the
do ads.
messaging that you would have in the ads? Do you know like the number one things that people are struggling with right now? Do you know the noise that's currently in their minds that we could align with in an ad? If you know those things, great. We can start organic and paid at the same time. I'd love a $10 a day budget, at least just to get started, and we can start testing our ads because it's a very good vehicle once we nail that process. But organic is free, right? So yes, start organic last week, or realistically, no, because you weren't live and ready to launch and people couldn't go through with it. So yes, when you launch on Monday, have organics ready to roll.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much, Dante.
Always a pleasure, Kimberly. Great work. All right. And bingo, Nancy. How can I help?
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
I was wondering if you can introduce me to the affiliate. So I have like a community of people who kind of do affiliate stuff for each other, which is great, and they have a really big audience. And what I'm thinking is, so I've got my challenge, which is free. The upsell is $49 for the gold, what I'm calling the gold pass, which is basically like the VIP.
Right.
And then during the challenge, I'll be selling my course. My course is going to be probably around $500.
$497.97. Great.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm thinking of giving them either 100% commission on the VIP, the gold pass.
Yep.
Because then I'm saving money on ads. Either 100% or something like 85% or something
Give
really
100.
generous for that.
What you're telling me, Nancy, is you have a network of people that promote each other's offers to their lists, their people.
Yes.
100%. That's called a 1-to-1 CPA commission. You should give them 100% commission on that VIP upgrade. Sorry, gold pass is how you're calling it.
Yeah.
100% commission on that. And then you can give them 0 commissions on anything else in the back end. So they won't get any commission on the sale that you're doing in the webinar.
Okay. So I'm getting a bunch of leads, giving them what I would be paying Facebook.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So like, as far as the technical aspect, is there a certain way that I need to do it so that, because I know, like, in the past when I've done like Kajabi and stuff, sometimes it'll trickle over into other products and it'll give them commissions for stuff that I didn't want to give them commissions for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. That's Kajabi, not ClickFunnels.
Can you show me how to, like, do we have time to just like,
I don't today, but I can get you on the hunt. So what you need is Affiliate Center. That's what you need. I'm trying
Okay.
to see.
I'm in the affiliate center.
Get here to mine.
Like I see commission plans, commissionable products.
Yes, good. That's what you need to create your own affiliate program, your own commissionable affiliate program. And you're not going to have any of those problems, Nancy. You can tie it to products. You can choose the CPA payouts and percentages. We even have second tier affiliates inside of ClickFunnels. So when you really nail this, we can do some huge things with second tier affiliates. Anyway, it all comes down. Second tier affiliates is basically like a referral commission. So let's say this is where we get into, like, you can call it pyramid scheme, or maybe you want to use the newer, fancier term, which is MLM, multi-level marketing.
Right.
That's the game, right? So now somebody goes out and promotes under you, and then somebody that they promoted to is like, whoa, I want to share this. They can register as an affiliate under them, and they can start promoting, and they're going to get commissions on the people that they bring in. It's amazing, and you can use this to have an entire affiliate strategy. You don't need paid ads. You can just find affiliates.
Awesome.
Sweet. The biggest thing to get started, are you familiar with how to get to our knowledge base?
Actually, I don't know.
Cool. Let me show you, because I want everybody to know how to do this.
Okay.
From anywhere in your ClickFunnels account. Here I'm at my funnels, but if I click into a funnel, it's still going to be in the top right. There it is, my help. If I go into the editor, it's still going to be in the top right, a little bit moved over because we have new stuff. Come on, internet. Don't fail me now. Bingo. So just moving on over. There we go. Help again. I just want to showcase from anywhere in your ClickFunnels account, you'll always be able to click this help tab, and our pop-up is going to show up. And bottom right, you can hit the knowledge base. This will take you into all of our docs, and I love how Jesse has our docs organized. If, in case you guys don't know, Jessie Valle is our director of education here. She did this perfect. We have tiles for every single thing. You can always search, right? You know what you need. You can go search and get directly to the doc. But when we're trying to use new features, build new things, I would love for you guys to do it this way. Go click the tile, and now you can see the affiliate center and all the different docs that we have on this. We have a lot of great setup, getting started, and you can look through these and just, you can learn the feature 100% and then start building. And if you ever get stuck along the way, you can always go search and just type in the exact thing you're looking for. You'll go right to that. But to get you started, Nancy, I'd love for you to go there. I'm going to grab this link for you, and I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Bingo.
You.
Yes, if you can get started with that, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that difficult, and if you'll probably be able to set this up just in the weekend. We do have tech support on hand on the weekend too, so if you hit a hurdle, feel free to shoot a ticket. They'd be happy to help.
Thank you, Dante.
Always a pleasure, Nancy. I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm really excited. Are you coming up? Do you have an idea about like your $10,000 offer that you could say you have?
Oh, well, I don't know. I was thinking about either having like a second tier, maybe of the course where it's like more personal, possibly like one-on-one kind of thing.
Well,
or
I'm really thinking about that price marinating, like Russell was saying.
yeah.
Because yours, you could do exactly what I shared with my fishing. You could say, hey, at the beginning of the webinar, you could talk about, I have my $10,000 package. People pay me $10,000 to fly into their homes or to their offices for the entire weekend. And I do an audit on their space, and I help them create their space so it's actually set up and maximized for efficiency so that they don't get bogged down in the minutia and they don't have piles of things all over getting lost. I also help do a consultation on the equipment that you have set up. I make sure that you have all the right equipment to do the thing the right way. This helps you not have to spend $1 bajillion wasting money on things you don't actually need to be able to make the right decisions, right? Like, I'm thinking you could easily make an offer about that, Nancy. Like, there's a lot of people that like to craft. I guarantee you could get people to pay you $10,000 to come set up their craft room. Because people pay, who's those girls on TV that the organizers?
Oh,
yeah. my wife watches them. Do you know what they charge? Do you know their prices?
Oh, I'm sure it's at least.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap.
The home edit,
just
yeah.
there it is. Thank you. So we might have to tweak a customer, and I'm not saying you have to do this right now. I need you to like have the right mindset. A $10,000 package for a custom craft room setup where you set up everything, you set up the organization, you set up the assembly line, you order the right things for them, you have it at the house where you hook it all in, you connect it, they pay 10 grand and you set up their room, you could sell that all day. It's not big.
Should it be related to the offer? Because the offer that I'm giving them is I'm teaching them how to design their own craft files. So should it be, because I used to work as a graphic designer, or I had a freelance. So should I maybe tell them this is how much I would like charge somebody to, design their.
Yes, you would say, I travel the country designing people's craft rooms, whether they want to use it for personal or for business. I travel the country and people pay me $10,000 to come in for 2 to 3 days and set up their rooms and make sure everything is optimized and maximized, whether for leisure or for business. Yeah. And that's just the price marinating. It's no different than Tony Robbins saying, I charge this guy $1 million every time we get on the phone. Right. And same thing with Myron. My coaching is $250,000. Right. That was two kind of different strategies. Myron leads with the price on day one and then delivers so much value throughout the session that at day one, whoa, $250, that's crazy. But on day three, it's like, whoa, $250, that's a steal. This is awesome. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, I just need to think about what it is that I'm gonna use, but I'll get back to you and I'll let you know what I end up.
Just keep that on the back burner as you're looking at things. Maybe the next time you watch the home edit, maybe we do a little research and we go find out. Maybe we send an email to them and say, hey, I'd love to have the team come out and edit, and maybe we see what their follow-up sequences are. Right? Maybe we get we get them to send us an email, which is their actual offer. And then we can see what their stack is. Just keep it on the back of your mind. Main thing, number one, is launch. And $500, you're right, is not a big price point. While you might have competitors that are only charging $197, they're not you. Right? So somebody comes in and says, man, well, Nancy, I can get this done down the road for $197. Well, why don't you go to them then? And then they're going to say, well, they don't do this and they don't do this. And I don't like working with them like I do like you. And that's why my product is $500.
Right.
Right.
Awesome. Thanks, Dante.
Always a pleasure,
And
Nancy.
thanks. I'm loving the support in the comments. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Damien has a question for you there.
In the chat?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I see it. Thank you for that. Yeah, well, your check's in the mail, Nancy. You're great. Damien, I have to get to a meeting in just 1 minute, but let me get you a quick response. I'll be happy to talk to you more about this in the future. He says, I haven't been able to join a lot of these calls because I've been working my job during the same time. I'm buying VIP again next month. So, great. When can I get these support calls? Great. Love to have you back, Damien. Feel free, hop back in next month. I do daily coaching in the One Funnel Away Challenge. We have daily coaching from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's Monday through Friday. Currently, it's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, just in case you're trying to get your clock set up. So currently 1:30. But every day, Monday to Friday from 11 to 12, I do live coaching where you can get your questions answered. Tuesdays from 12 to 1, Trey Llewellyn comes on for the e-com track of the challenge. Fridays from 12 to 1, Russell Brunson comes on for the expert track of the challenge. You can join any and all of those, Damien. Does that sound good? Awesome. Love to see that, man. Great to have you back, Damien. All right, gang. Look at that, 1:30, right on time. I love my job. And I love my job because I get to work with you guys. I mean, you're serious entrepreneurs. You're doing the thing. I know you're hitting hurdles. I know you're hitting roadblocks, and you're getting over them. And that's all we can ask for you to do. The roadblocks and the hurdles, they're never going to stop, gang. Actually, I'd love to talk. Maybe we'll talk to Russell about this next time, but I'd love to know, are the roadblocks and hurdles that he experiences at his level harder to figure out and get over than they were on the beginning? Or is it all the same? Does it not even matter? Roadblocks are roadblocks, hurdles are hurdles, and we need to learn how to get over them. And you guys are doing that. So super proud of you for it. Launch. Next week, I have a bunch of trainings coming out in the One Funnel Away Challenge about Microsoft Clarity, how to make data-driven decisions, UTM tracking, so that you guys can track your ads properly. Tons of great stuff coming. So make sure you can maximize and utilize that by having your funnels ready to launch. How many of us are nervous to launch our funnel? How many of us are right on the edge? And now we're getting nervous. Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. If that's you, put a 1 in the chat. There's 1. Anybody else? Wow. Good for you. That's amazing, gang. Well, I am ready to see those funnels get launched then. I was nervous when I first came to launch my funnel. I was caring about what other people would think and all the nonsense out there. And please don't do that. We just have to launch. We must step in faith, not in fear. As I like to say it, we work so hard on our funnel. It's like when you want to do something cool for yourself. Maybe you want to restore a car. You go get this old clunky car, you drive it back to your house, but you do it at 12 o'clock at night so none of your neighbors see you driving this old car back in. You open the garage, you get it in there nice and quiet, you shut the garage, never to open it again until the car is ready, and you spend so much time working on the car, putting new parts in, changing the paint back again because you didn't like it. You put so much energy and focus into that thing, and then when it's time to take it on the road, we don't. We leave the garage door down. And it's not because the car's not beautiful. It's not because it's not safe. It's not because it won't run. We leave that garage door down because we're scared of what our neighbors might think. What are people going to look at me like when I'm on the highway? Who cares? They didn't build the car. It's not theirs. Who cares? We do the same thing with our funnel, and I don't want that for you guys. We got to smash. We got to smash through. If you find yourself to be nervous, I would have to take a bold guess and say, are we self-sabotaging? I could make that bold guess because I did it when I first found this world. All of a sudden, my funnel's great, and now I'm like, oh, I'm not happy with it. I need to redo my headline. I need to redo the colors. I need to redo all this. Gang, just get out of our own way. We don't need to do any of that. Who cares what you think? All we care about is what our customers think. And we let our customers vote with their wallets and their actions. So how do we get our customers to vote with their wallets and actions? It's getting that funnel out there. And you have me, you have a safety net here. So let's work this weekend. Let's get these funnels live next week. And let's start making some data-driven decisions, building, growing, and scaling our businesses. Sound good? Awesome. That is what I like to hear. I'll let you guys go for now. Currently, it's 1:34 Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys next Monday. We are back. Yep, Monday's not a holiday. So next Monday, general coaching starts at 11 a.m. If you guys have any questions, feel free to get back to your community. I am re-engaging communities next week. We are going back. We are doing big things, and we are going to change the world. I'm super excited for it, and I'm excited to have you guys along for the ride.